Hello again, everyone, and welcome to today's stream where we're going to talk about 40k and a recently discovered fan account.
Yes. New fan material. Always good.
No, YouTube, now would not be a good time to insert ads. We literally just started
It's
YouTube.
like,
Stop
wanna
it.
start monetizing? Why not start now? Yeah, they've been doing that more aggressively. It's kind of annoying.
They have. So, many of you know a little bit of stuff's been going on in 40k, which it is the biggest of non-traversies, as GW has simply stated. We are going to uphold 30-year-old law, and that's about it. But it's created quite the outrage, and Sargon was wandering around the internet, as he does, and he came across this beautiful little fan account of mine, of a guy who really has quite the hate boner for me, and yet always seems to make me look really goddamn good, which confuses me.
Listen, it's like the Freudian slip, but it's coming out in his art format.
I mean, unironically, if it weren't for the fact that I'd be worried about YouTube misinterpreting the the Hindu symbol there, I would use this because it looks pretty good. Granted, the whole white background, black, white, black, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Black-white contrast for facial features, a little passe, page cliche, but it looks pretty good still. I don't mind.
He put his heart into it, and good for him.
Absolutely.
Or it, or whatever it is.
I think so. But we'll be making a little bit of fun of that because it is just actually a genuinely kind of funny account. And sometimes, a little bit of levity is good for the soul. But if you switch on over to the other picture I sent you there, Kyle.
Yep, pulling it up now. Here we go.
So this was the one that created 1,000 rees on the internet right here, which is specifically the passage, Space Marines are created relies inherently on the hormonal and biological makeup of the human male, meaning that only males can be subjected to the transformation. Hashtag only men. You go. And this isn't new. This is not a recent invention. This has been part of 40k lore ever since it became 40k in the second edition, basically. However, by and large, GW and, well, all of us haven't actually been super zealously occupied by gender in recent years. Most people were kind of just like, okay, well, I mean, so what? To the point that the Space Marines were always described as, warrior brotherhoods, etc. Like, they had to find young recruits, etc. They went not out of their way. Like, they didn't mention gender specifically most of the time, simply because it wasn't relevant. Like, if it's a warrior brotherhood and it's made up of warrior brethren, etc., it's only men. There's only men in the artwork. There's only men in the stories. It's a done deal. But because we didn't think about it, it opened that tiny gap for certain groups who think a lot about this to go, but they don't say specifically.
Even though they established it earlier on that it could only be done by men, but don't worry about it.
Well, now we have said it specifically, and I believe also that this is not a new thing either. In fact, I'm pretty sure, as I mentioned before, that this passage is taken directly from, is it the second or third edition 40k? I remember Sargon sent me on a retarded goose chase to find this precise passage for his own The Politics of 40k video, and he didn't even end up using it. That filthy English. Yeah.
Oh, that work wasted. Can you believe that?
I genuinely can't. It is difficult for me to believe, frankly. But I found it. I goddamn found it somewhere. Holy hell. But yes. This then created enormous quantities of reeing across the internet. I've been sent, I think, 5 different emails now just posting various Reddit threads on this topic. We also had a article that I did cover, I'll send you a link for that for the archive link, from Goonhammer, which had a whole lengthy-ass spree about transphobic language and the Horus heresy. Transphobic language.
Oh, I'm so scared. Aren't you scared? It's phobic.
Transphobic language is
Scary language is what that translates to. Ooh. Where's the ghost?
well, literally. It is the usual the tactic of going like, oh, there's something horrible here. It's transphobic. What have they said? Nothing. It's just that it recognizes that there are biological differences between the genders, which is apparently a controversial standpoint in this day and age, somehow.
It's okay. Humanity is regressing a little bit into a nice little dark age.
Just a little bit. And the entire article, I went through it because it is just that kind of stupid. I did a whole video on that. You can check that out if you haven't seen it. But it is everything you would normally expect, including, what was the passage? Let's get the science out of the way immediately. There are no differences between males and females. Uh-huh. Well, it's good we got the science out of the way right off the bat.
Very scientific of them to say that.
Otherwise, we might have been, we might have gotten confused, frankly. At least I would have gotten confused a little bit there.
I didn't know there was no differences between the different genders.
It's rarely talked about, frankly. It's not something that a lot of people know. One of the tweets I saw, what was it? We've gone over this before. There's no such thing as male or female DNA. It's like, so I guess the chromosomes aren't DNA then.
My God. Everything we knew about science has been upended again.
Yep. Our entire understanding of the scientific theorem and hypothesis just disappeared because one person on Twitter. It's retarded. And not to mention also, this is 2016 level shit. That's where we are now, where we're going like, actually, there's no real difference. You see, it's just social constructs. That's what it is. You know, very important social constructs, though.
I always love that narrative. It's a social construct that men's and women's are different. It's like, yes, it's a social construct that the planet's round too, isn't it? It's like, yes, it is.
Yes, the term round is a social construct. Language is a social construct. But that does not mean it is not a useful social construct, or that it is not an accurate social construct, for it is. It's not the only one. We've got, this one is another one. For Warm 40k needs sensitive readers, says fans in open letter.
Fans is quotation marks, I'll put that there. They're not fans.
So somebody started a little petition to ask for sensitive readers. I think this was a week or so ago. I think it managed to get 1,500 signs.
Nobody cares.
That was it?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
No.
Right, well, you tried, I suppose.
You gave it your best. You failed miserably. You can go home now.
You made an attempt. That's something. And hey, make an attempt is, it's almost half the battle. The entire thing is retarded, and isn't it too? I want to urge everyone to be a little bit cautious in thinking that this is a good sign either, because GW so far has remained completely silent on the matter, which is not necessarily endorsement or condemnation, because I've seen a lot of people say that, okay, you know, this is a win, and yes, it is, but it's also simply not losing is perhaps how I'd term it.
It's more like status quo, like nothing changed.
Yes, because this has always been the law.
Yeah,
simple as. However, it's still nice to see. You know, it's still a good thing.
It is. I mean, but I wouldn't get optimistic about it. Like, the problem is GW is still GW. They're still a very soulless corporation. They still don't like their fans. They still do so many bad things that it outweighs any good that they can do at this point. So it's gonna take a lot more than just we upheld the status quo to really give them any actual brownie points.
Yep. And the counter... See, here's the thing. If GW was going to comment on this, they would comment on it no matter what, really. Like, it wouldn't matter the size of the quote-unquote backlash. because it would be a ideological thing. And they still might. I'm still not entirely convinced they're not going to push out some kind of half-assed apology or something, or a justification, blah, 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 blah. It depends. The position of wokeism has deteriorated, I would say, quite considerably.
Yep.
In hell, just literally the last month. This was an interesting Pride Month, to put it very mildly.
I think we're finally starting to see the pendulum swing again.
Well, it's been on the way for a while, but there was a bit of a screeching halt there, where it seems like a lot of corporations, many of the big ones like Netflix, etc., have suddenly realized that, hold on, this is not quite the winning ticket we thought it to be, and have started taking measures against it, which is nice, very nice.
Yep, it takes these corporations a long time because they need to see multiple years of data before they move, because they're slow entities.
Yes. I also want to point out the relative success of gatekeeping too, which has, I know a lot of people can't see it because, you know, it's a bit more of an ephemeral thing, but it is stuff like this. I'll send you the other one from the buttress guy here.
Got it.
It is comics like this that tells me that it's fucking working what we're doing. Because this comes from a place of good old-fashioned butthurt right here.
Mm-hmm. You can see it because they're very much creating straw men here.
Yes. Like, he is the biggest straw man. So you've got the dude there, like, half naked. Like, with you, with the crumbling palisades. Actually, there's a slightly better version on Twitter here, more accurate. I'll send you that one.
Sweet.
Yep.
There's actually one form of criticism I'm going to give right away. If it was okay, see ya then we would never have reached this point where we're in right now.
Yes. See, that's the other thing as well.
It's never okay, see ya then. It's, let me in! Like, they just won't give up. This is a straw man. Instead of it being this mythical group here of the wider audience, it's the Chad lads behind this gate here, and it's these three losers trying to get in and trying to sabotage and change the IP to be what they want it to be. And then kick out the people inside.
So then, again, like I mentioned, if okay, see ya then was the end of this debate, fan-fucking-tastic.
This would have been over years ago. This would have been over years ago. Decades ago.
Great. You fuck off over there and play on your tables, and you can have, there's a guy with the racial pride flag over there.
Yeah.
A dude with a Quebecoian flag or something on his t-shirt. Half of them are in wheelchairs or can't walk because diversity. Seems like a bit of a crippled child. Why do you keep crippling them? Are they born like that, or do they become like that?
They disagreed too many times, Arch. You know the rules.
Yep. The white man, the white dude in the wheelchair there, the ginger in the wheelchair, like, you know, he argued the point of white privilege one too many times until they just broke his legs, and now you'll get it.
Now you'll join with us. One of us. One of us.
Some creepy ass shit right there. I also do like the people behind the wall there. They're playing in a castle, a dilapidated castle, Chad thing to do, whilst keeping the people who you know are going to break in there and just be like, blah, 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 representation, blah, 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 blah. The white guy looks sad. Look at that. The black guy and the black woman, they're ready to go like, fuck you. We're going to go over here with the cripples. The white guy's like, God damn it, I wanted to just play 40k. Fuck.
You know what he's going to do?
Throws the last glance back.
He's going to, as they're walking away, he's going to slowly segue back. It's like, actually. Oh my god. See, the dilapidated castle is actually pretty fucking cool, really. Like, who can say that they got to play, like, a tabletop war game inside of a castle? That's awesome.
That's true. I really do I love these comics because all of them are just beautifully subtle little cell phones.
Oh my gosh. It's cute to see. And I like this edit a lot. It's very... you know it makes people mad. Like, the Chad dude, just like, you can barely see him. You know he's smiling, though. He's like, I have taken the measure of you, and I have found your intentions wanting off with you. Like, that's just kind of Chad lines. Like, honestly, this guy, he gets it, you know? He actually gets it. He's actually
one
of us.
I also like specifically the wordage there, and that's the original word as well. I have found your intentions wanting. That's the key point. It's not that you don't belong here or that you wouldn't be welcome. It's that we know why you're coming.
And this is again their narrative, right? Because our communities are made up of whatever people. Like, who cares what they look like? Who cares what they're into? Nobody cares. But they specifically focus on, like, oh, we have to have X amount of black people, X amount of, Hispanics, X amount of this and that, X amount of trans or whatever, and they must all be homogenous and the same. They take away the individuality behind people and then threaten people who dare to try to be an individual. It's kind of ironic when you think about it.
Well, that is the entire core principle of the modern-day progressive movement. I mean... what was the other one? You can show this one too, because again, gatekeeping does have an effect. It absolutely does. Like, it does have success.
Hold on. Pulling it up. And here we can see gatekeeping being successful. This person is clearly infiltrating and is not here to actually play the game, because who does that? Who plays an escapist game and then starts inserting real-world politics into it, right? This is the equivalent of a Nazi joining your group, and they're like, oh, look at my Marines as they cover them in swastikas. Or if the Marxist joins your group and they cover them in, like, communist symbols. Like, are you here for the escapism, or what are you doing here? You're trying to hijack the hobby to use as a platform for your soapbox.
Exactly. And in classic progressive fashion, hold on whilst I just clip this.
Arch is like, editing in progress. There you go, chat. You can clip that and set it to your ringtone.
My cutting tool functions. Right, so, again, what do they accuse us of? Well, here's another pearl from little Butthammer. I'm assuming it's just Butthammer.
Butthammer.
I like to keep politics out of my hobby. That's why I have the Death Corps of Krieg 1941 Africa Corps model and the Black Templar Crusade Force.
Oh, good. He likes to keep that out of the hobby. Good for him.
Like, this is it. No, this is exactly it, right? The joke is, oh look, he clearly is bringing it into his hobby. Look, he modeled these after Nazis and shit. Well, we just had an example of the trans space marine. Like, this isn't our side. This isn't us, but it sure as fuck is your side.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because they're attempting to equivocate here, but it's not working because they do this and then they try to accuse us of doing this. Meanwhile, we're just like, we just want to enjoy the hobby.
Accuse the other side of what you yourself are guilty.
Yep, which is why they obviously always accuse us of a fascism or Nazism. These things they have no actual concept of, but they throw these words around in an attempt to confuse people, I guess. It's not something that works anymore. People, like, the word, just accusing somebody of being fascistic or, like, being a Nazi, like, actually has real ramifications. And the fun fact is, these ideologies they proclaim we have root from the thing they like, Marxism. They all stem from the same thing anyways.
Mm-hmm. I also want to point out too, like, chat mentioned aesthetics on politics, because there's an interesting point as well. Mm-hmm. You take, for example, like, my Black Templars Crusade Force. Okay, are the Black Templars fascist now? That's new to me. And 1941 Africa Corps Depth Corps of Krieg. Okay, the Pickelhaubes in the Second World War.
Yeah, okay, lacking of understanding, because, like, the Kriegman is clearly inspired by, Deutsches Kaiserreich, like, the German Reich of, like, the German Empire. Not the Third Reich. The Pickelhaubes is nothing to do with fucking fascism. It's Prussianism. Oh my god.
Prussianism.
I'm gonna call it. We're coining that word. It's a Prussian aesthetic.
Prussianism.
But for some reason, we're conflating Prussians with Nazis, which is stupid.
Well, it's more to do with, again, it's the equivocation of it. We know the difference. If you have an army, or that's the death corps of Krieg, we know what that is. We know what that is related to. It's related to a historical thing. It's the fucking Pickelhaubs. Again, however, when you bring in a trans-flag space marine, you are not making a reference to the model. You are not making a reference to history or anything along those lines. You are making a reference to a particular, currently active political movement.
Yep. And they're trying to soapbox with the IP to give themselves more clout and to give their voices something to signal boost themselves with. That's what they've always been doing. You got something else for me?
Don't be so impatient.
Ah, you little shit.
It's also the wonderful meaning of language, of course. Like, so here's his very first comic, which begins to demonstrate his hate boner.
He's been a big fan of you for a long time. In fact, his entire career is based on you. He's got a lot he owes you, and it's good to see that he dedicates himself to you so loyally.
It's where he got started. It's nice to see creative fans, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But unironically, yes. If you profess that inclusivity is your highest virtue, like that's all you want, you just want to be inclusive, well, unfortunately, language has meaning. It's one of the damn things that the progressive movement tends to struggle with quite frequently. So when you're saying that we are going to be inclusive for everyone, yeah, that does mean that you're going to be inclusive to the people you don't like also. Otherwise, well, you'll just be exclusionary. And the thing is, too, there's nothing wrong with something being exclusionary. 40k is exclusionary based on the fact that it's a ridiculously expensive hobby, for example.
Yeah, and you're not getting into that if you're penny pinching, that's for sure.
It's a very expensive hobby. And hell, it's exclusionary because of its very setting as well. Like, it's not a very friendly setting, to put it rather mildly again.
No, it isn't. It's actually a fairly violent setting. But the thing is, these people don't... A part of me wonders, like, how much surface-level reading these people do of the actual IP. They have no actual understanding of it. But then they pretend to be... Like, they have, like, a baby's understanding of Warhammer, you know?
Well, I suspect it's more good old-fashioned drinking of the Kool-Aid. Like, they have a doctrinal understanding of what's going on, and they will repeat that doctrine because, well, it's what they've always done. Is what I mentioned in the video on the Goonhammer article as well. If you need 6 paragraphs to frame your complaint, odds are it's not an instinctual complaint you are referring to, dogma. Instead, you need to look back and you're like, okay, well, what does orthodoxy say on this?
Yeah, like, you should be able to obviously, like, a single paragraph at that, a few sentences, really, should be able to hammer home any actual valid point. But the problem is like they're not trying to give you a point. They're actually masquerading their ideology.
Yes, if you are genuinely offended by something, odds are you're going to have a fairly easy time articulating why.
Yep.
Tends to be the case anyways. I do, okay. There's an even better one, though. I really like, not that one. Damn, where's the one?
Curry Barch, I'm dying of old age. He's like, okay. Where? Upload faster.
That is definitely my favorite. Just Chad, yes. Absolutely.
I like
absolutely
the edits
goddamn
of that one. But yes, that one's actually... This is actually the original version, by the way. Like, I don't even know, like, what the point is here. It's like, give diversity a chance. Like, no. Because the thing is, it's not about diversity.
I don't want to give the diversity a chance. Because here's the thing. We had it. We had absolute perfect diversity. We did. Nobody was barred from the hobby whatsoever, unless, you weren't willing to sell a kidney for it, at least.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That was the only barrier to entry. It took progressivism to introduce the if you don't agree, you won't be missed. That wasn't us.
That's true. Also, his memes are very editable. Look at this. This is the one I stole from Arch's server. Map right. Wham.
No.
Like, they're very flexible. I'll give them that, though.
Yes, but see, I'm giving this Steelman position here. Like, I'm not going to edit him or take him out of context. Like, this is what he does, and it's very stupid. And I mean, hell, this one just makes me look like a Chad. Like, yes,
You're a
crushed a
hero.
little fucking ant.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck that ant.
We're not going to give diversity a chance because it's not about diversity. That's not the point. Diversity is a modern-day political talking point. And it doesn't have any place in our current-day hobby. Simple as.
The whole point is escapism. Failure to understand that, and you've already made the biggest mistake. Because now you're not here for escapism. You're here to bring your troubles and woes into the hobby and be toxic to everyone else. Which, again, they try to equivocate and make people like, oh, you're the toxic ones, when in actuality, they are saying that to try to draw attention away from themselves because it is they who are toxic.
Mm-hmm. And it's also, it demonstrates a bit of that weakness in my mind. Like, what is the message here? So you've got a tiny little bug with this retarded design being crushed by an overwhelming force.
He did. Pancaked.
It says something about the idea behind it all. It reminds me also of another one. Here, okay. This was a while ago when it first the whole almost everything thing, where there was a dude who made a little comic, which I think we've talked about this one before because it's just a weird one, where there's a bunch of people entering a Warhammer store and a guy going like, "Okay, this is fine," and then they put up "All are welcome." Except that's, of course, the opposite of what they said. For the first time in history, GW decided to exclude a certain portion of people for shits and giggles. And it continues. The interesting part is the second picture, where the guy says, "I don't feel so celebratory anymore. After the Games Workshop shockingly direct call-out of some of these hobbies' seedy underbelly, the one that skyrocketed to be the most liked piece of content on Twitter we've had, nothing. No further posts on the Warhammer For All message beyond Facebook and Twitter. No content about it on the Warhammer community page. Nothing more than what all the trolls said it would be, an empty virtue signal on a couple of their properties." Precisely.
That's funny. I do like the bottom there, where empty virtue signaling on a couple of properties, ultimately signaling nothing. Somewhere Arch is cackling to himself, seeing see. What did I tell you? Empty platitudes. I hope that stings, by the way. I hope that fucking stings. And you know what? You know it does. I hope it stings bad.
Otherwise, they wouldn't keep making this. Otherwise, this guy has... I think the Buttress dude has made... He's made a total of 22... No, there are 33 entries, right? A solid third of them are about me.
Well, I mean, you're a popular figure. Like, he's gonna need to use your face to help grow. Like, you're...
Oh, I don't think that's the case either. Like, I don't think he's making these to try and be popular. And if he is, he's not doing a very good job of it. I think this is his ideas, his way of political commentary. And hey, you know what? He does have some good points as well. There was one he made where there was a sequence of pictures. You don't have that fucking like Instagram thing, can't you? You can't bring up like things.
Just right-click, copy image. There you go. Or Control-Alt print screen, and then give me the print screen.
I can't because there's a series of images. You dirtbag.
Send me the Instagram link and I'll make an account on the side while we talk about it.
God, it's gonna take you way too fucking long
Just
for such a throwaway point too. But anyways,
Okay,
it's a series of little images that start with like headline 1990, right? And as a dude is like, "Don't worry, I can show you how to paint those." GW staff. 2000, no problems. I can show you how to use an airbrush. Instant forms. 2010, social media. Yeah, of course I can show you how to use green stuff. And then 2020, subscribe for $30 per month to see the punchline on Patreon. Like, that's a good fucking point. It genuinely is, because that is how our society has become now. The amount of the patronized content of this, the monetization of the content and the hobby. Like, GW staff don't tell people how to paint anymore. Like, that is an exception to the rule, because GW themselves have specifically said, no, don't put time into building the local community. Get them to buy something, then get them the fuck out of the door. That is GW policy.
Yep. They hate their consumers. And the goal is to get the money, and as soon as the money's gone, they're now a detriment. They need to dispose of you and get rid of you as quickly as possible because you're in the way of more money. You are hogging up precious air for actual customers that'll give them money. You're no longer useful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I just can't stand that company.
Bear in mind, I'm presuming he's satirizing here. I hope he is. Because it's a good point. Like, there is a lot of greed that has emerged from a lot of this. He does make points occasionally, you know. Charitability is a good thing. Draconis says you should trademark the likeness of your face like actors do. Make them pay royalties. It would be funny. I can't say it wouldn't be. But still, you know, you want free art, okay? You want fanboys, okay? It's good.
Yeah. I mean, they gotta do what they gotta do.
It is. And okay, let's also oh god, this fucking teapot of this. So returning to this article, the punchline of the request, so the petition they made, right, asking for sensitive readers. In case any of you here don't know what a sensitive reader is, which means you're not an enormous vagina.
I was going to say sensors, but okay. That works too.
A sensitive reader is quite literally a professional pussy, but not in the prostitute sense, tragically. At least that case, you know, you're paying to get fucked. You know what you're getting into here.
Yep.
A professional reader is, well, I mean, I gotta respect the grift, if nothing else.
Like, you gotta actively, like, be reading things and be like, can I get bothered by this? Can I get upset by this? Can I misconstrue this in any way that I could possibly cry like a little bitch about this later? And that's what they spend their entire time doing.
Yes, because that is the job of a sensitive reader. It is to read text and try to find out if there is any way somebody could extract offense from this text. That is the job of a sensitive reader. And the best part is, too, this isn't a one-man job, because there was a Reddit post. I'm not going to bother even trying to find it now, because God only knows where it damn is. But basically, it was a dude working at a company, publishing house, who was complaining about sensitive readers, because initially he was thinking like, okay, you know, this is a good idea. We'll have people do this and we'll avoid any and all internet backlash. That will surely be worth the price, you know? And hey, you know, if that was the case, maybe it would. If you could avoid the bullshit of Twitter and all of that garbage by employing someone to read through it and go like, I couldn't find anything to be offended about, fair enough. The issue was, they had 4 sensitive readers. Each and every one of them found something else to be offended about.
It's kind of beautiful, though.
It kind of is. So in the end, it didn't help them at all, because they just got back a ridiculously long list of things, and there was no similarities. Like, in fact, one sensitive reader would praise one passage of text, whilst another one would condemn it.
So they're all intentionally going other way. The problem with sensitive readers is everybody as an individual can easily be upset by different things, different flavors. Some people like sweet things, some people like salt things. And because they're paid to overreact, they're all looking for things that make them slightly unhinged.
You know, like that's the thing. Like, their job is to find something to take offense at. So don't be surprised when they find something to take offense at. And again, all of these people had their own little reasons and rationales, etc. Because they were thinking like, okay, well, I'm trans, therefore I'll be offended by this. All right. Another person was not trans, so they weren't offended by that, but they might be in a wheelchair, so they were offended by something else. Okay. And so the spiral just continued. And the trans person might find one thing empowering, and the crippled person might find that very self-same thing deeply offensive. Meaning the actual company was just sitting there like, God damn it, there's no way to win, is there? No. And that is by design.
Yep, you're not meant to win this game.
In the words of the creepy AI, what a strange game. The only winning move is to not play. Yes.
I mean, it kind of is just that simple, though, at the end of the day with these people. If you want to deal with these people, the most effective way to permanently deal with them is to simply don't play their game. They can't do anything about it but cry and whinge.
Mm-hmm. Professional failures, to be honest, as chat? Yes, absolutely. One hell of a racket. Yes. I mean, you gotta, if nothing else, you gotta admire the hustle, right? They've seen an opportunity to get some money out of this, and, well, they've succeeded in getting some money out of this. They are being paid to complain about things. It's a good way to make a living.
You gotta do what you gotta do to make money, I suppose, so I can't really fault them there.
Mm-hmm. And again, if it was providing an actual service that could avoid online controversy, maybe. But it doesn't. As we talked about right now, if everyone has something else they're going to be offended for, it just doesn't matter. And so even if GW decided to bend the knee here, like, okay, fine, we'll hire sensitive readers, you know, what's the worst thing that could go wrong here?
Oh.
They'll literally just receive 3, 4, 5 different pieces of feedback, all telling them that this one thing is offensive, but for slightly different reasons.
I kind of want to see GW actually employ sensitive readers and just watch the lore completely cave in on itself. That would be kind of hilarious to see.
Well, there's the other thing too, isn't it? Like, beyond the sheer obvious problems of sensitive readers, what exactly is the IP you're trying to hire sensitive readers for here? Oh, that's right, it's Warhammer 40k.
Yep.
Sensitive readers in 40k, wow. They are going to be lying on the floor, rocking in the fetal position, aren't they? And hey, you know, as I said on Twitter, if that is how they use the sensitive readers, then I'm all for it. Like, yep, this one caused a massive stress reaction, and the man has been permanently hospitalized. That's greenlit. This one only created mild vomiting. That'll need a rewrite.
Work harder on that one.
Yep. Not the reaction we were looking for, frankly. You can do better. That could work.
It could. But at the end of the day, I actually sincerely doubt GW will even do that. Purely on the basis that would cost them money, and they're incredibly greedy. If they can do it in-house, they'll do it in-house.
Chat's discussing DNA right now.
What?
Listen, to settle this dispute, there are no such thing as male or female hormones. That's true. We have all types: testosterone, estrogen, and the third one, which names always goddamn eludes me. But there is such a thing as male or female DNA, because it's the literal chromosomal code inside of the DNA that determines, you know, PP or vagina.
Mm-hmm. But
it's fine.
But those things, that's sexist of you to say that, Arch, don't you know? That you can't say that. That's not how that works anymore. Because my feelings say otherwise.
I have this picture of myself depicted as a golden statue instead.
Nice. God, they really did admire you in the end. Like, they fucking built a statue to you? Fuck's sake.
Again, I do quite enjoy this account. It's like, how do I take the piss out of Arch? I know, I'll depict him as a golden statue.
Actually, GW did acknowledge you in your existence by going backhandedly to attack you by doing shady business dealings with other corporations.
I mean, yes, they have literally put an embargo on me, which they're enforcing on other companies.
Yep, they're literally aware of you, and they are constantly drawing attention to you at every opportunity they possibly can, unironically.
Scared of me is what we call
They're petrified. We can't take criticism.
But such is life. Such is life. What was the other one? Crashed the GW customer service site. I am rightfully proud of that, actually, yes.
Oh, you got somebody fired? Nice.
Did I?
Apparently.
Prevented 2019 annual report for mentioning Warhammer for everyone. Was that 2019? I don't know if I remember.
I didn't even know that they did that, but good job. Who the fuck even looks that shit up?
Held Indominus stock to remove forced diversity. Got some guy fired. Made it rain last Tuesday.
You have a lot more impact than I expected. Like Christ on a stick.
Who did I get fired?
I don't know, but clearly, I now understand why GW is afraid of you. You're literally gonna tank their entire company.
I'm genuinely curious now.
You know, maybe there is stock in what GW does. They're scared of you. God, you have a lot more influence than I originally thought. But you know, the more you know.
Yes, Sargon. How the fuck did I forget that? It remains stoically unacknowledged by GW. The company who threatened to sue me and forced me to change from Arch Warhammer to just Arch, and they did so whilst threatening to also strike all other Warhammer content creators by trademarking the very word Warhammer full on YouTube.
Yep. Not only did Arch fucking actually do that for the community, it's just you went out of your way to make sure that no one else had to deal with this shit by just simply bearing the cross on your back and dealing with it, and then the entire community pissed on you for it. Like, it was just one of those, and it wasn't like your average Warhammer fans, it was like the YouTubers. Like, this is the problem with the Warhammer community. They don't care about each other, they're petulant, and they'll go after each other the minute it suits them. And they have like an absolute obsession with hatred for you. And that goes for almost all Warhammer content creators at this point. Save for like a handful of tiny ones.
Jealousy is ugly.
This is what you get, Arch. I told you when I met you. Like, that fucking Sotek guy was incredibly jealous that you got invited to some no-name podcast. Like, apparently. Like, how dare you... God damn it, Arch, you sent me more.
He has a lot, okay? There's a lot to go through here.
This is like this one too.
How do I get games to work Game Shop to like me again? My first reaction to saying this was, again?
Again?
Did they like me at some point? I was unaware of this. Huh. Oh, well, I'll take it as a pep talk, I guess.
Is he so petrified of saying Games Workshop that he'll be sued or something? That he has to call him Game Shop?
If I was him, I'd be.
I mean, fair enough. I didn't realize that the company stoked so much fear. I mean, I knew they're bad.
It's G-fucking-W. They've sued people for less.
That's fair, that's fair.
They've absolutely sued people for less, and we'll probably sue people for far less in the future as well. I like the little post-it notes there. Apologize for racist remarks. Aha, that'll help. Okay, let's say, for argument's sake, I was like, yes, I have made racist remarks. I quoted the black comedian. I shouldn't have done this. Black people are subhuman. They should not be repeated at any point. And I'm very sorry for having quoted one of their comedians. I know. It's very faux pas.
Yep. I bet they're going to yell at you for hanging out with Strato next. They'll be like, how dare you hang out with black people?
I feel like this would get me in deeper trouble, if anything.
How dare you, Arch?
Even if that was to be the case, do you genuinely think, like, does this guy, I would like to ask him that question, do you actually think your side would then go, oh, apology accepted, come back into the community?
No, they're gonna be like,
no.
Good, and then what they're going to do is they're not going to stop there. They're going to let your audience self-destruct, because this happens every time. Anytime anyone bends the knee, you alienate the people who are loyal to you because you betrayed them, and you bent the knee to people who were never loyal to you to begin with.
Well, I know exactly what their response would be. It would be, "Ha! See, we told you so. Now he admits he's a racist too." That would be the response.
It would be.
But the best one out of all of these, is the other little post-it note. Accept diversity into my heart.
What does that even mean?
What fucking kind of creepy-ass cultish sentiment is this? Like, this is something written in goddamn religious books. You must accept God into your heart. Only that way will you be saved.
And then they burn you anyways.
Like, is the intention here to make your side sound like a bunch of religious lunatics, or am I misreading something somehow? It sounds like a cult. Like, not just like give it a chance. No, accept it into your heart. You must. No. Fuck.
Listen, I mean, these people were always a cult based on how their behavior works anyways, so it's just outing themselves at this point.
What's next? Giving alms? Oh, excuse me, that already basically happens.
Yeah, they already do that. They've got different titles, they, them, and all their pronouns, and different ranks and statuses in their cult. The higher your diversity score, you become an archbishop or something.
Evidence the artist considers Wokism a religion, says chat. I mean, again, this is what I love about this account. The subtle self-owns that you clearly can see just kind of sneak under his general understanding of this. Like, he writes that and he thinks like, yes, accepting diversity into your heart is important, it's valuable, it'll really help you. Not realizing, hold on, I sound like some kind of fucking preacher, don't I?
I'm a little bit deranged. Well, the problem with people like this is they're normally too far gone anyways. They can't even see their own lunacy. Because they're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, no, like, the Kool-Aid is well and truly drunk from his perspective at this point, sure. But, again, from our perspective, it is a beautiful revelation to be like, yes, he knows this is a religion, but he hasn't had quite the, I want to say intelligence, he hasn't thought it through yet to the point where he's realized, oh, hey, I'm sounding an awful lot like some, what would be a term that would feel pretty insulting for him? Religious conservative. There you go. Everyone probably stings a bit.
But it's a pinch, though. I mean, that's the irony. That's the irony with these Puritan types. The Puritans come in many forms. And earlier, like a couple decades ago, they came in the form of puritanical, Christians that were like, video games are bad and demonic. Now they've, rebranded themselves as these. Like, they're the same people, just different skin. Literal shekels.
Remember the ArchCast and Catboy. The OG name for the Communist Manifesto was the Communist Confession of Faith, says chat. Good point.
That's a bit weird, but yeah.
I mean, it makes a certain degree of sense. Oh god, these are pretty good. I quite like a lot of these. Oh, here's another one too. So let me look up the good page for a second there, because I want to show these guys for a moment. Kyle, make retarded noises.
Make retarded noises. Well, chat, how are you doing today on this fine Saturday? I forgot what day it was for a second. I hope it's going good. It's a bit fucking toasty in here. Always gatekeeping biological. There's a woman. Nothing else exists. Wow. You can't say that, chat. Can't say that. Literal shekels. Yes, Arch did get those. It makes him happy every time he does get them. People disagreeing with me. How dare you? You can't do that, chat. You know better. You're like, actually, count, you're wrong. Hey, Hank. Go harder on the tarded. Can't. We have a cap for that. But it's Sunday. No, it's not. It's Saturday. Yeah, okay, I was just double checking. I was like, oh god, I only have one more day left. Wow, thank you, Doman. I appreciate that. Sexist shit out there. They do that.
Oh. Actually, this will buy us a little bit of time whilst I look for the good one. So this is another Wokist quote-unquote parody humor thing, trying to rip off the site I am looking for, whose name I've completely blanked on right now.
The Tabletop Inquirer. Oh, that's a bit fucking pretentious as a name.
I saved this one the moment I saw it because I knew this one would age like cum.
Online 40k fandom searches for a reason to be mad about GW. Embrace of Astartes animator. What?
Yep. You remember when they launched first Warhammer 40k Plus and they bought up the Scotty's animator?
I forgot that even happened. I completely forgot about Warhammer Plus altogether. Is that still a thing?
Yep.
Okay, I'm surprised. Didn't most of the animators leave though already?
You don't know that, Carl, you little bad person.
I mean, I remember that this guy left, if I remember right. The guy that made the cool Astartes animation. Isn't he gone?
I don't think so.
He's not? What? He still works there? Tabletop Inquirer. Okay. Admittedly, I started a petition on change.org for GW to hire a Astartes project dude. But now that they have, it's obvious that he's just a sellout to the evil empire. Somebody seriously needs to start a petition about this. What? Is that them just making something up?
Yes, I do believe that was perhaps a little bit of a making thing up, but the beauty of it is, again, these are the wokists going like, now they're trying to be mad at GW. What could possibly go wrong for them hiring an animator? Oh, wait.
They attacked every fan creator ever in existence, and they went out of their way to harass and do, honestly, very questionable ethics in terms of, like, I don't think they can do some of those things, but, you know, details. We need a legal expert for that. In regards of just going after animators or other fan creators, because I'm pretty sure there's this thing called fair use, but you know, GW doesn't really think that exists, so details.
And in return, we got Hammer and Bolter.
That is the worst animation I've ever seen in my life. I watched a couple on Yanovich's channel. He's been here before, nice guy, and he covered it a little bit, and it's just it's just pain. It's just pain. It's so cheap and bad. Like, the animators might have skill, but the problem is the budget they're given or the time they are. Like, it's like still images, like, shaking up and down. Cheap and awful is what that is. And they expect you to pay for this shit. Like, get fucked. Get fucked. There's free animators and free animators for other IPs. Look at the Star Wars fandom. They got a cool fucking new Star Wars space battle animation made by some fan guys the other day. Criminy sake.
There's the one. God damn it. God damn, Kyle, he really does make me worse. He's waffling is what I blame for forgetting words.
What are you talking about? I'm entertaining the chat while you monkey around with your computer like a boomer, and you clearly have no idea what you're doing.
There we go. The Imperial Herald. That was what I was looking for.
Wow, after 30,000 years of looking, you finally found it. Oh god, Facebook, really, must I? Firstly, I need to make sure that this doesn't open up my actual Facebook account, because I'm pretty sure I deleted it.
Because the Imperial Herald is actually pretty damn good, and they do a lot of satire, and it's good. It's good satire.
Everything's white in the background. What happened to Facebook? Holy shit. It was always trash, but Christ, my eyes. I can't believe you made me open up Facebook, though. Like, there is no mercy for you. There will be no good things.
They are a good site, and people should check them out. Because they've even got a little bit of humor, which is a rarity these days.
Yes, they were the ones who made fun of some of the GW things, if I remember right. The Imperial Herald.
This is one of my favorite ones.
Let's take a peek. What the The art is what really sells it for me, though. The guy on the right. Like, look at the glasses. Like, he's just a super wokey. You know, he's like, where's my moo latte? When I'm fucking a Shiogran, it's the best I can get, and that's okay. Vosh. Oh, no. Tragic. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to make ends meet, am I right?
That one is pretty good. I like that one. I would show you the original meme of this too, but I'm pretty sure it's too graphic for YouTube.
Is that the one with the goblin thing?
No, there's a little picture of Warsh with his girlfriend in the background.
Yeah, the goblin thing.
Half naked, and she is just...
The goblin.
No, an ogre. Ogre. Definitely an ogre. It looks like he's about to be attacked and eaten. There's even the little text like you can't fast travel while there's enemies nearby.
We need to edit of Bosch's eyes going wide. It's like, oh shit.
Oh, they're already wide enough. Oh, it's a beautiful one.
Oh my god.
It was, I remember because I think it was Dev, as usual, who posted it in the super secret conspiracy chat. And like, look at this. I'm like, oh. Don't want to look at that, though. What else? Ah, yes, the opposite side. So, okay, Imperial Herald, pretty funny, you know, biting satire. And then the left wing's form of satire. Bearing in mind here as well, I want to stress, satire is supposed to be intelligent political commentary. It's supposed to make a point, but relatively subtle. You know, it's supposed to make you go like, haha, because it's obvious, and then you kind of start thinking deeper about it, right? Mm-hmm. Satire needs to be good to be effective. Otherwise, you get this.
I was going to say, otherwise you get Starship Troopers, which is actually a really good movie. Tabletop Inquirer, bleeding heart liberal gamer, just wants to paint their tiny space Nazis in peach.
Satire.
Those aren't Nazis. Like, are you stupid? Like, fuck.
The best part is, again, it's just like we've talked about this.
People are so dumb.
See, because that's the thing. It doesn't make you laugh. It doesn't make you think. It makes you go, again, do I need to explain to you what World War I is?
No, because they don't know what history is. Like, literally their comprehension of, like, so, like, Nazis existed, and they were the guys that defeated the Romans, right? And it's like, oh my god.
Yes, more or less.
Yeah, it was the Nazi invasion, not the barbarian invasions that got them.
I don't know where you got the Romans from in all of this, but...
Listen, that's a play on the fact that their understanding of historical, like, comprehension. Like, they don't get it. World War I never happened to them. It was just Nazis everywhere.
Nazis.
Yeah. Did you know that the American Civil War, the North fought against the Nazi South? With their Nazi banners?
Well, yes, the Confederacy were definitely Nazis.
I mean, they were Democrats, so yes.
Yes. They were definitely racists, if nothing else. That we know for sure.
Just a pinch.
Oh, actually, see, here it is. Credit where credit is due, okay? This one is also kind of funny, and I'm going to post it because I know Sargon's watching, and I know he uses one of those.
That's, oh my god. Sargon, no. Why? He uses... I didn't need to know that about your personal life. Slanesh Lube, I expected better.
See? Again, credit when credit is due. That one is kind of funny. Because, yes, that thing does look like an enormous fucking butt plug. Like, there's... It just does. It just does. Like, it is. It is an enormous butt plug. Like, there's just no question. It is. You can tell. It's even rounded for easier insertion. Like, it
What is that overpriced contraption? It says Citadel, which means it's overpriced and completely useless. And there's a cheaper alternative.
Yes. Oh, yes. Hell, the cheaper alternative in this case is your fucking hands.
Oh my god, it's just a steadier. See, a stabilizer. There are model stabilizers that you can buy on Amazon for like $15. I bet you that thing is like $80 or $60 or something like that. It also makes painting easier. Saga, no!
Yep.
Take it away from him. Stop buying Citadel things. What?
At least he points out that it makes painting easier too. So he admits there are other applications.
Oh, it's got multiple. Oh no. No. Jabs have been made. Now it's time to scurry away.
It also makes painting easier. It goes in smooth and makes painting easier.
Goes in.
2 in 1.
It looks a little flat on the bottom. I don't know if that's necessarily gonna go smoothly. Only one way to. I mean, with the lube can, it goes well together. You know, it's a.
Well, no. It looks flat on the bottom. Kyle, you tard. It's not supposed to all go in there.
Yeah.
Like, you got... Kyle's like, I need it all in my ass. No, Kyle. They need... How are you going to get it back out again? There needs to be a handle.
That's what I just said. Like, the reason why it gets thin there is so that, you know, right in there, you know? God damn it. We need to talk about logistics, Arch. You like logistics. He's like, no.
Also, to be fair, it's only about £7. See, it's pretty cheap.
God damn it. My criticisms. They still stand.
Kyle was owned there pretty violently.
£7? I'm sure. Yeah, but they're still milking you for a fucking butt plug.
Yes, it's still an expensive butt plug, but such is life.
Yeah, dash it to get the Citadel logo on it. My hatred for it grows further. How dare it? How dare it be cheap?
Go back to sounding.
You know what channel you're on, chat. There's no escaping.
Yeah, no, chat. I can see that you're having a problem there, but it's fine. You know where you are. You know to expect this. Like, you don't have an excuse at this point.
Yeah, Arch is here. Literally, degeneracy is a given.
Pretty much.
At least he's honest, you know.
Let's see. Did he? He had one more of me too, though. This one's just kind of weird.
Is it a weird, like, repressed fantasy thing? Because I don't know if I can stomach that kind of cringe. Alright, lay it on me. Come on. Now, curiosity's got the better of me. Barch is like literally taking thousands of years to just crop a picture because he's a boomer. God help me, chat.
I needed
in my ass starties. Yes, chat. Hail Kibbs. Yes, you're mine now, chat.
I quite like this one. This is the latest one he made of me, and you can tell that he's getting very angry now.
This one's
because
a bit
I'm
lazy.
getting fatter and fatter in each image.
Hold on. Is this fat shaming? Dude, not cool.
And the best part is, so this is in reference to the warm is for everyone except, thing, which he's writing in the side tagline, like, okay, hey, meaningful progress? Oh, yeah, about that. We did explain there's a 3-year lead time on anything we do, right? So basically he's echoing the thought of that other post, like, it's been a year now. You've done nothing. This was just an empty virtue signal. And yes, that is exactly it. And you can tell how fucking butthurt he is about this. Because I was fucking right. It is an empty goddamn virtue signal. And nothing but.
Mm-hmm. You can tell by the jagged lines. His line work is starting to fall apart too. He was a bit mad in this one, actually.
Yeah, he's clearly pissed off because I get fatter in each picture.
Well, I'm just gonna draw attention to the fact that the line work has completely fallen apart here. So he was actually genuinely mad when he made this one. Look at this one. You can tell he's much happier, much more calm when he made it because it's much more clean and cut. Here it's rough and the lines are messy. The thickness is all over the place. He was clearly upset that day. He had a rough day, Cut the guy some slack. Poor dude.
And hey, he does make a point because this was reported last year. The only progress in diversity inclusion Games Workshop has made is tell you that they can't be female space marines. Stings, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're taking a step forward. This is progress here, chat. Like,
I feel almost like a bit of an asshole for being like, yeah, there you go. I fucking told you. But I did fucking tell you. That's the problem. Like, everybody knew this was going to be just an empty virtual signal. Except for these... We're trying to do something. No. No, they're not. No, they're not.
They don't care. Like, the problem with GW is they don't... Their principle is one principle. They're a corporation. They want to make money. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about you. They don't care about your patronage. They don't care about your ideas or anything about you. They want you to shut up, buy their plastic miniature, get the fuck out of their store, and don't show up until you have more money, pig. Like, that's all they want from you. You're a little pay pig.
And hey, it's not like you can say that they're tricking you with any of this. They're very explicit.
Yeah, they're a bit honest. Like, all right, you bought the thing. Do you have any more money? No, get out.
No, fuck off.
Come back when you got more money, bitch.
You can't say that they haven't warned you, okay? Honestly,
they're so greedy. I hate it.
I kind of love it. If nothing else, you know. See, I have grown to miss the time of just vampiric capitalism, because at least then you always knew what to expect.
Well,
there were no hidden secrets.
There's no hidden secrets with GW. They are vampiric.
Yep, they're very upfront and honest about their intentions, which I like. Yeah, it's a good thing.
At least they're honest. Sort of.
Meaningful progress on diversity and inclusion.
Yeah, give me your money. Sure, we like diversity. Yes. Give me your money. Now get out. That's basically what they did, though. Unironically. Yes. Sure, whatever. Trans flag, whatever. Shut the fuck up. Give me your money. Now get the fuck out. And they're coping and seething over that fact right now. They're like, they just use... Yes, they did use you. How does it feel? Pay piggy. Fucking stupid.
I do enjoy the pain and suffering I have brought to them, though. It is a good thing that I quite enjoy.
It is a good pain. Now you're making me think Dawn of War. Good game. The first one and the second one.
Dawn of War 3? Good game?
No.
It's a bit of a weird take, but if you say so, Kyle.
Well, Arch, you should do a stream of it as soon as you get the internet up, because it'd be really wholesome Warhammer-based content. I was like, yeah.
You use the right one as your new profile pic. Nah, see, I can't use that one because I actually see in that one he actually made me look. Oh, that one, right one.
Yeah, this one. This one's kind of cute. Do that one. Look at that! Yay! You're so happy.
I kind of wouldn't mind to just use that one because that was kind of adorable.
Like, change it on Twitter because he hate stalks you, and we know that. So that way he sees it and he's like, shakes and quakes with anger.
I might have to. It'd be kind of funny.
I wonder. We'll find out whether he watches this video. Either his lines are going to get messier because he's angrier, or he's going to clean up his act, and we're going to see much more clean art soon.
Again, though, honestly, I prefer the Hindu one. I quite like that one. And the best part is, it's one of his oldest one, yet it's got the least likes and the least comments.
That's a bit sad.
And I know why, because it actually makes me look really good.
It's like, oh, you're very diverse, Barge. God damn it.
But no, fuck diversity, but the swastika is used as the Hindu swastika specifically. It means prosperity. What was it? Prosperity and wealth?
Listen, Arch, he doesn't know what the swastika even means. Like, he doesn't understand that. Don't tell him that.
Well, that's probably what he did. Like, he felt like, this will be a cutting commentary. It'll be a swastika, and it'll be Hindu. Like, he'll be double offended. And I said just like, yes.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I represent the good aspect of a symbol that was misused.
Like, if I didn't know for a fact that YouTube would take umbrage at it, I would use that in my banner.
Damn, that might make him a bit salty, though.
Just the Arch Buddha on the left, the little swastika on the right, and just like peace and prosperity in the middle in white text.
Peace and prosperity. Ooh, he's not gonna like that. bit mean, but you know, details.
Oh, no. Prosperity from the salt trade since 2000 and when did I start this shit? 14?
Listen, we need a new artist to do a new rendition of the Salt Cow that I made like fucking, what was it, Trump's election 2016? God, that was ages ago. Like a little cow. Like,
a chat is saying I should post it on Twitter. I was thinking about it, but again, I know how modern day social media is with the Virgin Windmill, okay?
Listen, they posted on social media.
Yes, but they
Arch
have
is
the
like-
correct politics.
Like, Arch not friends with Twitter management.
For some reason, I expect there may be a differential outcome when it comes to me. Just suspecting.
Fair enough. But it would be really funny if you did. For the 5 minutes it's up before you're banned.
Again, I quite like the Arch Buddha one. Again, like the whole black-white thing is a little passe, but it makes a message, you know? Fine with that.
It delivers the point, so to speak.
Yes, it does.
I'll pull that one up again for YouTube, so people can be reminded for those who are new.
For YouTube's sake, yes, I'm sure you're doing it for YouTube.
Now, YouTube, take him down. Arch like, no.
I'm not convinced about that.
Gotta get rid of the competition. I don't know what the competition's for, but gotta get rid of it.
Fine. To swing it back around again, to kind of finish up on a more serious point too, right? The whole transphobic language and the horrors heresy thing, okay? Because as funny as this is, and it is, I don't think we can take this as a decided victory. 'Cause again, this wasn't something they even wrote up specifically for this rulebook. And from everything I've heard about this rulebook too, it's garbage.
Yeah.
One of my mods is quite into 30k, and he's just been telling me all day how fucking shit this is and how they've messed up the rules completely. It sounds awful. I'm like, I'm very glad I didn't buy into 30k. To be fair, you could not pay me to get into 30k because it's one of their specialty games, which means every model costs 3 times what the normal one does. I'm like, aha.
They're really milking you.
Sounds like a scam.
Man, see, there was a point in my life when I was like, ooh, Warhammer looks cool. And then I learned more and more about GW and how just awful of a company they are. God damn. Saved a lot of money, but still, wish it was good. But same it isn't.
A meme competition is coming. Post your memes in the Arch Appreciation link in Discord. Oh, Jesus.
I mean, you can edit them. They are pretty easy to edit.
I'll just put it like this. Everyone who makes more Archlander with Homelander, they will get privileges. Everyone who doesn't, well, I have punishment possibilities.
God damn it. Every time you bring up that stupid... See,
I
just
really
don't
fucking like the Archlander one, okay? It's great.
Just get rid of the music and I wouldn't cringe as bad. I don't like that music. Ah!
No. It needs some kind of poundy, can't say that word on YouTube, music.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That giggling... Okay. I immediately
no, that music fits perfectly to Archlander. That's great.
Archlander. No, it's not Arch, it's Barchlander. You don't get to be Archlander.
Nope, Archlander.
Barch. You lost the right for Barch Agent or Arch.
I'm gonna have to commission some Archlander art. Because I need to do like a full video on why Homelander is the best fucking villain in recent memory. Cause he is.
Archie's a bit of a fanboy, but that's good. At least there is some shows that aren't absolute garbage. Because we've been watching a lot of garbage. We have.
Well, I haven't seen season 3 yet, but Sagan says it's good, so I goddamn hope so. Because season 2 was, I mean, it wasn't an abomination, but probably wouldn't go so far as to call it good either. But yes, any and all Archlander memes will be met with, Homelander is the hero, Arch, said Sargon. No, Sargon. No, bad Sargon.
He's like, spicy take,
No, Homelander is definitely the villain. But here's the thing, too. Like, he has an excuse. He absolutely... Like, V was trying to argue the point in our super secret Discord a while ago. Saying, okay, are you saying our Homelander's a hero? He's not really a hero. He's a bad guy. You know, are you trying to say it's society's fault? Yeah, unironically, it's society's fault. You know why? Because he was raised as a fucking test tube baby and taught to be a psychopathic individual with no human fucking contact. No surprise he's gonna grow up to be a bit fucking strange in the head.
But honestly, sometimes villains... Often I find villains to be the most interesting characters in a lot of stories.
Yes.
More than heroes. And I think heroes are a bit overrated.
I mean, the heroes in The Boys are fucking boring. Like, Butcher is pretty cool. Like, Butcher can stay. But the other guy is just... What is his plot line? My girlfriend died. Okay. Right? Okay. I mean, that's revenge. Fair enough. Then he gets revenge, and he's still there. And I'm like, why are you here? The fuck are you doing? And he constantly whines about, this is so dangerous. I'm so scared. Fuck off, then. Like, you're fighting... And, this is one of the key problems with The Boys, too. Because in The Boys comic, they've got special superhero pills that gives them superpowers, too. So, you know, they can theoretically fight against some of these superpowered dudes. Mm-hmm. In the movie, or TV show, they don't have these. Homelander could kill every single one of them at any point in time with zero effort and make it look like an accident. Like, he could turn... he doesn't even need to make it into an accident. He could turn them into jam in the time it takes them to breathe in and out. And he doesn't. And I'm kind of like, why though?
Nerd. And your stupid superheroes. He's like, ugh.
To be fair, like there is some motivation in that Homelander wants to be loved. Like, that's one of the things. Like, the reason why he doesn't go just full murder hobo is because he has a need and a desire to be loved. But like, he's never gonna get loved by Butcher or the Boys. Like, he has a reason to smush them, and there's nothing they can do about it. Nothing. Oh, they have the pills in season 3? Okay, that makes more sense then. But he should still have killed them in season 1 and season 2.
Listen, I know nothing about any plot holes you're talking about.
You're gonna have to watch all the seasons of The Boys then.
Yep, Barch wants to get into it, which honestly, I'm all for switching shows, because the shows we've been watching are pretty bad. We could use a bit of a mix-up in our pace here.
Yep, I'm going to watch season 3, but I'm going to watch it all when it's done, and then I'm going to do my video on Homelander.
Bart.
The One Punch problem, no challenges. Yeah, see, that's kind of the problem, too. One of the key things about Homelander is he's evil Superman done right. Because evil Superman isn't just about it being evil Superman, because that's fucking boring. It's like, Superman's really powerful, and he's mean. Uh-huh. I mean, that could make a decent short-term horror villain, at least, you know, as long as you're willing to have everybody fucking die. In fact, I think they did that. I think they've done that multiple times, actually. And you could do stuff like Injustice, where you have, like, the slow degradation, he slowly grows mad, power hungry. That can work, sure, but really good evil Superman is when you know for a fact that the only thing stopping him from murdering everyone is his fucking ego. That's what's so good about Homelander. You can feel, and the actor too does a great job of it. He feels like he's on a fucking hair trigger at every single solitary point. And every time when he's on screen, you're just frightened that this is finally going to be the time when he's just going to snap. And you know, nobody's going to stop him when he does. Well, there's a plot reveal there as to how they were planning on stopping him if he does, but I'm not going to ruin that plot point because it's a pretty major one.
It's a bit of a surprise, I might say. Twist,
yes,
if you
it's a
will.
pretty good twist too, by the way. 7th is the final episodic release. Oh, that's short. Yeah, I'll take it, I guess. What about the Orville? God, I was going to finish up on this fucking 40k thing, but we're segueing now. The Orville's really good. In fact, it was the only good Star Trek that there was for quite a while. Now, I would argue that Strange New Worlds is actually pretty good Trek. It's got pretty good storylines, it's got pretty good characters. It does on occasion have some excellent bloody acting. But it also has a lot of weaknesses. But then again, nobody can tell me that Star Trek wasn't a fucking weak-ass show at times. It was a pathetic show at times.
Let me help Barch here.
Frequently.
Barch refuses to watch any good Star Trek. No Deep Space Nine, no nothing.
Exactly,
no
but that is not. That is the point. That is the point I am making right now. The very fact that you have to quantify that, qualify that, good Star Trek, tells me that there is shit Star Trek.
Well, yeah, we're watching it.
Okay, so there was never any bad Star Trek episodes before Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, there was occasionally here and there, but that goes
there
with
you
any
go.
show.
How were
Look
there
at
entire
that,
seasons that were perhaps kind of bad?
Yeah, hit or miss on
Yes.
some. Like,
there you go.
The best
exactly.
you could argue is TNG, but again, you haven't seen it.
I don't need to see it. You're literally telling me there were several seasons that were pretty
2.
goddamn meh. Okay, so 2 bad seasons.
And then if you want to count the last season, I'll let you count that, so you can have 3. I'll give you 3.
Okay, so we got 3 bad seasons. Right, in
you
that case, Strange New Worlds is doing pretty fucking well.
You need to watch them, because you need more good shows in your life. And I'm only doing this to help you. It's true. Chad, I'm
Deep
the good
Space
guy.
Nine is overrated. I agree, chat.
Deep Space Nine is great, and then we should watch Babylon 5, which is also great. Then we should watch Stargate.
Is Babylon 5 ripoff? I'm sure it is.
There's a lot of debate among the community if it is or not.
The Orville was the best Star Trek that had been in a while, because the only Star Trek then was, of course, the only good Star Trek, really, which was Star Trek Discovery, action-oriented, which was what Star Trek should have been all along. And the other one was Picard, which a lot of people had high hopes for. Hell, even I had downloaded the first season and I watched the first episode and I was sitting there like, this is garbage. But I was thinking to myself, yeah, but Star Trek is garbage. Maybe it'll get better. And I watched like 3 episodes, like, no more. And the Orville was damn good. But the problem with the Orville was it wasn't taking itself seriously enough, which was the entire problem. The Orville was launched as a parody of Star Trek, which would have made sense 10 years ago, but now the parody is better than the actual Star Trek show, to the point that I'm sitting there and thinking, yeah, this is good and all, but could you take this fucking seriously? Like, you're dealing with a genocidal species here. Like, fucking sack up a little bit. Supposedly, season 3 is much more serious again, which I hope, and I'm gonna watch season 3 too when it's done, because I would like that. And also, the Orville does diversity right as well. Let me point that out too. That fucking god-awful diversity, because the Orville has a lot of aliens, and none of them come across as weird or out of place. They're just aliens. Like, even the female, because at the beginning I was one a strong female character can bend steel with her bare hands. Okay, what are we doing here? But no, she's actually a pussy. Her entire planet is filled with people who are way stronger than her, and they're just like, oh my god, did you get injured? Oh, we know you're kind of a weak girl. Because they live on ridiculously dense gravity. Now, granted, that planet doesn't make sense because nothing could goddamn live on gravity of that extent and be upright. But details.
There. We've riled up Chad a little bit more. What are you talking about, Orville? I'm going to beat you. I hear Orville's woke.
Orville was pretty good.
Chat's been saying Orville's woke as fuck. How do you
Some of it is. I mean, they do have some woke talking points here and there. I can't disagree.
There's a show from a veteran writer called Star Command. I recently found out about this, and it was apparently got a lot of the. It has a writer. Fuck, what is it called, chat? It's like Star Command or something. It's got one of the writers from Deep Space Nine is working on it. They got a bunch of actors from like Babylon 5 and other old Star Trek shows and whatnot, and I think even Stargate, as well as some people from Crusader to show up, or one person. Chat, what is it called? You have a big brain. Use it. I thought it was called Star Command, but that's Buzz Lightyear Star Command. Because apparently there's a new sci-fi show released by one of the old guard, and the reason why he made this show is because he doesn't like the direction in which the science fiction media is going with current sci-fi. Yes, it is called Star Command. Okay, I just can't get it to pop for whatever reason. It's buried in the search algorithm. That's not good.
Well, if it is a show specifically made because it has an issue with where Star Trek is, or Star Sci-Fi is currently going, I think I can tell why it's buried. That makes sense to me. Like I don't question that for a second.
Oh no, it's called Space Command. There we go. Right? Is that the one?
So you were just being an enormous fucking idiot.
Is it? No, chat. I don't know.
Are you a retard or are you not?
I only recently found out about this the other day because my dad told me about it. That was it. He was like, "Oh, there's this show and it's actually kind of cool." And I'm like, "Fuck!" And I can't remember the name of it. It's Space Command. Okay, it is Space Command. Thank you, chat. Maybe we need to look into this show, highlighting the one maybe good show that's out there rather than highlighting the mediocre and the bad, like the Halo show. Archie, that's not clickable. That's true, it isn't, but still. I found it. They release hour-long episodes on YouTube, it looks like.
On YouTube?
There's this channel. It's called Mr. Sci-Fi. Well, yeah, it's crowdsourced completely, from what I know.
All right.
Haven't seen it, though.
Well, Carl, you go over there and you talk about your stupid crowdsourcing shit. Now, I'm actually going to start wrapping this thing up. So,
okay.
I would, as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, be very careful to see this as like a proper win, shall we say, because I'm not entirely convinced it is a proper win. Like, yes, GW hasn't, they haven't surrendered, if nothing else. They haven't, raised the flag completely and said, hey, we give up, we surrender ourselves. They haven't made a comment on it yet. It's been a week. That's probably long enough for them to waffle out some kind of an apology if they were going to make one. But we're far from safe in that regard either. And I don't think this signals any kind of a turn inside of GW. Now, I do know that there is a fair bit of internal schisms inside of GW when it comes to their social media strategy, and not necessarily along political lines either, but more along the lines of what they're trying to do and why, and what they think is going to happen. When they put out that Warhammer is for Everyone thing, for example, they expected just praise, just genuine praise all the time. They were like, oh, thank you, good. And yet they got a lot of backlash for it. And I know for a fact that they had internal meetings after that going like, okay, what happened? Like, we thought this would be a universal good. Why are people yelling at us? Yes. Why are people yelling at us for this? Because they didn't fucking understand. They had no idea that what they'd done was actually wander into a fairly politically charged discussion here, and just wonder and go like, Warhammer is for everyone, except blah, 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 blah. Very heavily laden general dog whistly language. So they have had internal discussions. We know this. But then they also put out that other thing. God, I've forgotten the title of it even. Along with the dude in Spain who got caught wearing some kind of World War II Spanish fascist symbology thingamabob. Some pretty hardcore niche shit as well, I've been told. And they made clear, this isn't for anyone, no extremist ideologies, blah, blah, blah. Not mentioning all, of course, just this one. There's fascism in particular, not just blanket denial, which would have been the reasonable thing to do. Like, no, all extremist ideology, bad. So I wouldn't be surprised if, how do I put it? If this was them yet again doing a thing, not thinking about it, and then realizing that it had a lot more weight in the wording than they thought. I'm not making myself understood properly enough. I'm annoyed with my own wording.
As you should be, Mr. Making no points and walking in circles.
You can't speak fucking English, Carl. You don't
He's mad. He's like, fuck you.
No. They didn't think this would be an issue. That's what I'm getting at. GW reprinted a part of an old manual, expecting that to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is. But they also need to understand that they have aligned themselves, whether they want to or not, with a fairly extreme-leaning group of people who have very unique opinions on things, shall we say. And in their perspective, in their point of view, no, this is big problem. This is transphobic, as they put it. Like, it's not just a mistake. There was even the whole Goonhammer post, where it's like, if this was written by one person, maybe I could accept it as merely a mistake, but no, this is written by a team. There is intent behind this. GW are evil. Because nothing can ever just be a mistake with the progressives.
Well, that's,
So I still wouldn't be surprised if they came out with some kind of statement in a week's time or maybe more. We'll have to wait and see. I hope not, but I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past them at all.
Mm-hmm. And even if they don't do anything, it changes nothing. GW still doesn't like you. They still just want your money, and that's all that you're good for.
Yes. I don't think at all this is any kind of an indication of a genuine turnaround in their priorities. I don't think we're that lucky, unfortunately. But it does, nevertheless, signify that, at least for the moment, GW has no intention to just completely give up on their setting, They haven't gotten quite that far yet.
Not yet, but we'll see.
Yes. So cautious optimism, people should celebrate it a little bit. If nothing else, if for no other reason than because you and I all know it pisses them off.
Well, I would urge a little bit of hesitation on celebration, because it's just gonna, if GW does do it, then well, now we've eaten the L.
Well, no, just mock them. It's like, yeah, this has always been the lore. That's all. You don't even need to say that this is going to be a win or anything. Yeah? It's just glory a little bit in the moment. Glory a little bit in the salty tears. I think that is worthwhile. Particularly also as, again, as we have seen today, it does make them very, very angry.
That's also true.
It is beneficial. It is good. It is universally good.
Look at him. He's too happy again. God damn it.
It is not I that is happy, Kyle. It is the universe. It has finally returned to a state of well-being.
Barch has become the universe. He's big. What are you eating,
I am
Barch?
the universe.
Now that will piss them off.
I'm quite happy to become the universe. It's, I'd consider it a step down from a golden statue, honestly, myself, because, that's more gravitas-like, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Right, let's move on to the super chats today, then, as you've been quite vociferous today. Oh, that doesn't look correct, YouTube.
What's wrong?
That doesn't look correct at all, YouTube. I think you've made a fuck up there. Right, Kyle, make distracting noises. I need to go to the YouTube back end.
No problemo. Chat is being stupid and not agreeing with me blindly. You guys need to become drones, okay? That's how this works. Drone chat equals happy kib. Become the drones you were meant to be. Lose your individuality. Become a beep boop. Archer, sweet apple cheeked lad. Oof. That was painful to read, Manta Ray, and I very much want to ban you for that, but I will be lenient because he does have rosy cheeks, actually. If you actually want to take a picture of Arch and do a little bit of Photoshop work and put Santa Claus, beard on him and a Santa Claus hat, he unironically, and I've done this, he looks like Santa Claus. Like, actually, straight
Speaking
up.
of, by the way, don't listen to Kyle, chat. I love you all. It's just Kyle who disparages you all the time.
He will actually look like Santa Claus. A little bit of Photoshop, and it's like, oh my god, like, when he becomes old, and if he grows out this beard, he is gonna be fucking Santa. He's got the rosy cheeks for it, too. Wow, violence, chat. Wow, you can't do that. Yeah, there you go. Beep, beep. There you go. Kibs be weak. Eat the Kibs. Pff, you're weak, Latvis. Don't hit me with you're weak. Rolling the Kib bots. We don't have enough, sadly. Why should Kibs be happy? Why shouldn't I be? Santa Barch? Yes, it's Barch with B. Gift me Arch? Oof. That sounds a bit lewd. You need an arch statue like the Colossus of Rhodes, a giant bronze arch standing astride a harbor, arch forming an arch. That hurt to read. You didn't know that. Barch forming an arch. There, see? That's why you emphasize the barch. Then you can say the arch better. Santa Barchi. I don't know how that song goes.
All right. Streamlabs has already scrolled past the point of memory, so...
Wow. I don't have noodle arms. Fuck you.
Is there a way to see, like, complete history on fucking Streamlabs?
Are you on your website?
Yes.
Okay, let me open it up. Do you have the application? You don't have the application, do you?
That one looks like a relatively complete history, I hope.
Recent events. Go to the recent events tab, and then that'll load, and that should load all of them. Then you can click on the ones you want to disappear.
It doesn't load all of them, Carl.
Fuck. That's all I have to say. You need to give me access to the back end, then I can also help with this. God damn it.
Biggest Brainus says, sudden strike trilogy key for the big men in chat, and he posts a CD key there. Now I'm gonna, goddammit, backend, you're being a bit fucking retarded today. Let me just, there. I'm gonna post that in chat, giving it a few seconds delay so you can actually hear me. But bearing in mind, this is just a key that I have gotten in a super chat message, so if you enter it into Steam and it gives you virus or a porn game, not my fault. Okay? Yeah.
Or is it? Because he relayed the message. Victim blaming Barch. Yes.
There. And posting. And give it a little bit of delay so chat can catch up.
Mong is really asking for a ban. Little whore.
There.
Teach you a fucking lesson.
Sudden Strike's a pretty cool game. I hated playing the campaign because it's one of those things where you can't call in reinforcements, so you better not lose shit.
Yeah, Sudden Strike's like Blitzkrieg a little bit. Yeah.
Yep. It was a really cool game when it came out, though. I fucking loved some of those games. They're really cool.
I wasn't a super big fan of the third one. Maybe it's because that style of game just kind of got dated.
Yeah. The Gentleman Octopus says, got the Eisenhorn novel some years back and just now started reading them English. I'm enjoying them so far. Vowed not to buy any more Warhammer or 40k books after Warhammer Plus happened and still hold to that GW does not deserve my money. Yeah, it's probably correct, to be fair. It's probably an accurate statement. Sanguine says, did you see that mod in the Goonhammer article? He was acting like a brat. Mods are supposed to keep things civil, but he was the biggest turd. He even said, just change the lore. It's all make-believe. I didn't, but I mean, I wouldn't doubt that in the slightest, because that tends to be their reaction. It's like, oh yes, I don't actually care about this setting, so please just change it. Like, Well, I mean, thank you for being mask off, I guess. I appreciate that, if nothing else. Yeah, thank you.
Wait, we're taking a pretty heavy hand with moderating these comment sections. On this one, is the reason grounds for removal include anything I'm not in the mood to read?
Right.
Well,
I mean,
Greg,
to be fair, it's true. That is what we would call a pretty heavy hand, yes. So, like, so what's your moderation policy here? Anything I don't want to read. Oh.
Make your own fucking website about it, you fucking cunt. Whoever Mango is getting yelled at. Mango, is that the same Mango in chat? No, wait, that's Mong.
It's, yeah, no, again. No.
Listen to this. Why even have comments for people to discuss if you are going to delete dissenting opinions? Make your own fucking website about it.
Yeah. No, that... Oh, God. Have you brought that up on screen, by the way?
Yeah, I'm showing it right. Like, you can see Greg.
Good. Yeah, no, that is... There you go. Like, that is wokeism in a fucking nutshell there, isn't it? Like...
If you're not with me, then you're against me.
Like, that is Kyle levels right there. Just like, agree or else.
Listen, I do that as a fucking joke. But seriously.
Fuck, that is so petty, too. Like, you post this, and you're like, yeah, nobody's gonna like this. This is my garbage opinion. And then you start threatening people for it.
Here's
God damn it.
another gem. Simply don't say that thing is the solution. Fluff isn't real. Change it. He doesn't even like Warhammer based on this stuff.
No, that is a brilliant argument. It's like, just change it. Okay, but are you a 40k fan? Yes. Is fluff real? No.
Damn.
Are you a 40k fan? Yes, is fluff real? No. Just keep going in circles.
Civil war in their comment section. They're alienating their own audience because they've gone so extreme.
I mean, hey, that's good.
Let them tear themselves apart, as it were. And then capitalize on it while we're at it.
Absolutely. Fuck them.
After all, we're capitalists here, chat. I don't have.
Oh God, that is such classical fucking wokeism right there. It just absolutely is, isn't it?
Well, these comment sections were pretty good. I do like how deranged Greg is, though. He's my favorite character here.
Greg is Kyle's favorite character. Good to know.
He's so mad. Well, poor Greg, chat. We need to send him milk and cookies. He's a little bit unhinged.
Imagine how grumpy you have to be, though, to be like, I'm not going to moderate this at all. Just anything I dislike.
Like, damn.
God damn it.
The mask has slipped. The narrative is at stake. To hell with our principles. Attack everything that wiggles.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know if they have principles.
They don't.
Okay?
They pretend, but they don't.
That's a bit more charitable than I'm willing to be, if nothing else.
Yep.
A bit more charitable, yeah. God damn it.
What's wrong?
No, I was like, I can't get over the. We're taking a fairly heavy-handed approach, and then I expect him to go like, these are the things we don't allow: transphobia, homophobia, racial slurs, insults. You know, the usual spiel. But no, it's just like anything I don't like.
I'm not in the mood to rape. Just scream.
I love that. Like, that is so good. It is such a bare-faced, like, yes, I'm angry now.
You know what's funny, right? Because he says, make your own fucking website about it, which is completely hypocritical because of the thing this whole article is complaining about. It's like, well, if you don't like it, let's apply that same logic. Go make your own Horus Heresy. Fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck off, whore.
You don't like it? Go make your own. See, the hypocrisy is real.
You don't like it? Make your own hobby. Like, voila. Problem solved.
I don't think these basement dwellers even have the finances to even kickstart that, let alone the work ethic.
God damn it. Anyhow, getting back on the actual topic before Kyle waylaid me with the funnies.
Hey, it was good. It was worth it.
It was. Robert Gilf, is Arch Buddha now? Only use square bases. Round is for the weak. Hey, I actually kind of like Buddhism, okay? Buddhism and Hinduism are pretty based religions. Hinduism in particular, because it's got like multi-armed women and elephant gods and shit, and I'm into that. Like, that's pretty fucking kind of cool. You can't say it isn't.
It's true. It's one of the few, like, I think they're polytheistic, right? There's got a multiple pantheon, right?
Yeah, they got multiple gods.
Yeah. There's not many of those around anymore.
No, and it's a tragedy because it's such a cool little throwback to a bygone age. And like I see, they've got a superior moral argument too, in my opinion. Because like a Christian is like, my imaginary best friend is the best friend, and the Muslim is like, no, my imaginary best friend. My best friend is superior to everyone else. Then the Hindu just comes on the screen like, I have 17 imaginary best friends. I know it's Russian.
They have more friends.
I can't do the Hindu background now.
You were trying it, but you ended up.
I need to do something racist for it. There you go. I was like, I have 17 best friends. Oh, that's Japanese. Fuck. God, I can't do it. Help me.
See. Thank you for calling. I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you for calling tech support.
Let us talk about my Hindu gods. Let us talk about... Bit weird. Thank you.
See, that'd be pretty funny.
Thank you. My name is
Thank
Benjamin.
you for calling tech support. My name is reads audibly from letter Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Do you have a moment to talk about Krishna?
Is that a god? I don't even know.
Yes, we'll get to your Windows problems later. First, Krishna.
Krishna. First we convert you, then we fix PC. You know, that's one way to do conversion, I suppose.
Listen, new diversity initiative. Just go along. Oh God. Oh, I shouldn't find this funny, but I do.
Replace the T's with D's. Just trying to figure out the mathematics or the mathematics. The philosophy behind it.
The mathematical philosophy of racist Hindu.
Yeah.
God. Why?
Somebody had to, that's why.
Heavens. Critical Squad Theory says, we demand sensitive inquisitors in the Imperium and the unnight bathroom? I don't know. Bathrooms for those of you who identify as tall. Reference to the squat, I'm guessing. Oh, I hate the squats as they look around.
They look like little eggs.
I use Norwegian accent. They won't notice. I literally can't. Like, I have trained myself to... Oh, that was one of the sticky notes that little fanboy had, didn't it? Drop the fake British accent. Like, I'm sorry, I can't speak any other way than this.
Yeah.
Like, I have completely suppressed my Norwegian accent. Like, I can't even do it anymore.
Yes, Arch is actually 100% right. We have another friend by the name of Bubbles who also gets mistaken for being British. And it's not just Bubbles or Arch. I've met multiple Scandinavians that just sound that way. And the reason why they sound like they have a British accent is because they're learning English, but they're learning it from like the British Anglosphere. So they're just trying to, say the language in the same sort of mentality that the British do it. And so these fuckers who are ironically about equality, right, are immediately going like, oh, how dare you do that? Like, you're fucking poser. At the same time, not quite realizing that that's just their accent and they're being unironically racist.
It is also a lovely point to bring up, isn't it? It's like, if racism is bad, drop the English accent. That's mine.
That's mine.
Off.
Only white, true Anglos can have that. You're not Anglo enough. Get out.
We're getting awfully nationalistic all of a sudden.
Yep. That's funny. Because the thing is, Arch is the only Norwegian I know that does this. And it's actually, like, a lot of them do that. Especially if they're starting to get good at English. It's just what seems to happen. Which is a bit of a problem. We need to cancel Arch immediately. It's like, ooh.
It is tragic. Because it is a completely different way of talking too. Like, my voice is lighter in Norwegian because we have a very different way of enunciating and just speaking in general.
That's true. He's a mountain monkey, as it were. As the slur goes.
Why did I get on this topic?
We were talking about accents and it was related to the Hindu thing, and because people also don't like you and they try to attack you based on literally every possible conceivable avenue, and your accent is one of them. Like, you're fake ass British accent, says the crooked teeth British person. So, okay, calm down there, buddy. Here's some dental floss.
Like, hold on, I am angry. I need to go mod someone and mock them for their accents. Oh.
A bit racist, but okay. Okay.
Like, okay, it's not very inclusive or diverse, but if you say so.
How dare they? You know, that's the great hypocrisy, though. It was funny because that happened a while back where this porky little British dude who got really mad at Barch, and Bubbles pointed out the hypocrisy, and then he unironically broke Norwegian law by contacting a Norwegian law enforcement agency to go after Arch, which is, if you didn't know that, that's actually illegal.
Ah, that guy, yes. That was a special person.
We capped that stuff, and then he deleted it and tried to pretend it didn't happen. It's like, dude, you literally broke the law, though. It's like,
yep, he deleted that one real quick. It's like, hold on, is this bad? Yes.
You literally broke Norwegian law, yeah.
But in all details. Jagaran says, Kibbs, so you feel offended by Yank? Too bad. In Finland, USA is spoken as Yankee. A Yank. Yankee. Arch, you know that your opposition can't understand sarcasm. Someone will take your admission of quilt, I like that, guilt, I guess, as a racist attack. Your admission of quilt. See, I kind of like that better, because I'm like, yes, I'm sorry, I have quilt. Pulls forth a blanket. Kyle just swoons, falls onto the ground, dies.
Nope.
Yes. Kyle, kill yourself. Now, die.
Whoa, that took a bit of a fucking turn. He's like, yeah, time for you to go to heaven. Get out.
By my mighty quilt, you will suffocate.
Wow, bit violent. A quilt. Why are you using your blanket? This is getting weird.
No. Killing someone with a quilt has got to be the most peaceful way of taking care of someone permanently.
Yeah, it's like they're struggling, they can't breathe, their lungs are burning. It's like, shut up.
And yet, it'll be relatively peaceful whilst it's happening.
Oh, it's a comfy little quilt, though.
Yeah. Like, they can't complain too loudly. It's soft, you know, it's cutting off their airways, etc. It's a not pretty peaceful way to die, everything is hidden. Definitely not violent. Moranga2 says, hello, Arch and Kib. Birch, that's a new one.
Birch?
Do you know much about the Nordic biker war covered by Dankula? No. We probably exaggerated it drastically, because we don't have anything interesting happening in my country. Ever.
It's true. I've listened to Bubbles and Barch tell me Norwegian politics, and it is the most almost quasi like relaxing thing you've ever heard. It's like, so like somebody stubbed their toe and it was inconvenient, and it's like, oh yeah, that really was inconvenient, wasn't it? And that's it. It's just so tame and nothing happens.
Unironically, I remember this news broadcast, and I will remember it till my dying fucking day. Because, like, normally in other countries in news, there's all kinds of shit, like there's forest fires and madness in America, there's gang violence, everybody's dying, Joe Biden is being elected president, you know, it's horrible.
Accidents happen, you know. People balance slipped.
Yet over here, there was an entire news broadcast segment, like 30 minutes, dedicated to a woman who had lost her koi fish in a pond. And there was a whole news segment, oh God, what happened to the fish? What could have occurred? Could a wind have lifted them out of the pond? And at the end of the segment, after building up all of this suspense, they just cut to the picture of a cat. And it's like, no, it was just a neighbor cat who ate them.
Oh my God, that's some Norwegian drama right there, am I right?
God, it was so stupid. And this was the whole news at that time. I was like, my God.
I can't believe the fish murdering cat did it.
Oh my God. It was a cat all along. Who could have seen this coming? Cat meows at the camera. Meow, it was delicious. Meow. Thank you for the food. He can't say thank you for the new shoes because he's a cat. He literally doesn't wear shoes.
Actually, you know, they do make little cat booties you can put on your cats. They don't like them, but you can get them.
That's true. Like, if you don't like your cat, you can make them wear clothing, and they're gonna hate it.
And people put the little booties on their cats so that they can watch them be like derpy as they try to get them off. It's like,
oh God. I know, like, okay. One of the reasons why the fucking the thing. Peacemaker was a pretty cool little TV show in certain regards. Was it made fun of some of this stupid shit? And there's a segment where one of the characters is putting clothing on their dog, and she's like, he just won't leave me alone unless I put clothing on him. He really likes his clothes. And the other character just goes like, hold on. Are you sure he likes the clothes? Or maybe he just likes the attention and is willing to put up with the incredible mind-numbing humiliation for pets.
Entirely possible.
She just stares at the card like, what? Have I been abusing my dog all along? Yes.
Am I the bad guy?
You are the bad guy. You are the monster.
Are we the baddies?
Sorry to say it. Right, guys, Jesus, so many segues. Need to get back on the fucking topic again. God damn it, where did I put the thing? Oh my Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my Jesus. Help me. Help me.
My alarm. Shut up, alarm. There you go.
JD says, I don't understand why they made virtually all their books digital. I get having the option, but it's such a penny pinching thing to stop printing copies. Well, it's for two reasons. One, cheaper. Two, it allows them to DLC you the rules, unironically. And three, it allows them to not bother checking the print. Because GW is famous for fucking up rules or misprinting shit. And now that it's digital, they can just release a patch, quote unquote.
Oh, we just patched it. Nice.
Unironically, that is what they do. Because they will screw up so many damn things. Like the writing, the art. What was one of the things they screwed up recently? Oh, yes. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, where they post a picture of an ultramarine, and they go like 13th Legion, no, 8th Legion, that was it, yes. I almost screwed it up too. And they go 8th Legion. Like, hold on, that's a weird Night Lord. Are you sure? And now they can patch it out. And they've done that 3 times now, by the way. Mistake the Ultramarines for the fucking Night Lords. God damn it. Tards. That's what they are.
Just a pinch.
Unforgivable tards. Stealth Helper says, hey Arch, have you the Return to Monkey Island trailer? The art style is a total eyesore. Corporate art trash. The Return to Monkey Island trailer. Return to Monkey Island. Fuck, are we making a new Monkey Island game? I don't know if I want them to.
I thought they did not that long ago, like a couple years back. Didn't they like remaster it or something?
There was something like that, yeah, but is this new? Because I hope it's not new. Let me Google it.
I know they're making a new Abe's World Odyssey. I always like those games.
Yep, no, this is new. Yeah, this is new. June 28th, 2022. Oh, God, yeah, that is. Oh.
What? Does it look bad?
Oh, I hate it.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up. Don't complain too much. What's it called? Monkey Island. Not Money Island. Sounds like a bad movie.
I mean, at least they've got the music.
Return to Monkey Island, right? Blondie. 2022. Oh, that art style. I'm not sure. Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, that looks atrocious. Oh, my God.
Oh. No. Oh my God.
That's pretty bad.
Is that supposed to be a woman? Fuck. What the like 45 seconds or so. Jesus.
Wait, there's a video? Oh God, should I? Turn on the audio.
Right, turn off the audio, because that's usually what they cover, right?
Alright, turn it off for now. He's like, whoa.
Alright, go to 0. Get ready to play.
Oh, wait, you're back there? Okay.
Yeah, ready?
3, 2, 1. Deep in the Caribbean. I stuttered. Fucking Christ.
Look at that fucking art style, though. Oh.
It's just...
Oh.
I've never been a fan of it because it looks so generic.
It looks... I don't even know generic. It's just that fucking modern day Wokist Cal art style where everything just... They think they're looking all whimsical and shit, and it just looks like vomit.
And I wouldn't say this is necessarily Cal art style, but it's just, it doesn't look good. Nor does it look anything like the original Monkey Island.
Look at that, Kyle. Look at
Ooh, that. Never mind. Changed my mind. What the fuck's wrong with their arms?
Oh god.
Oh, there's a bit
Oh,
of
those ships. Oh, those cannons.
muted.
Oh.
That is the weirdest thing. Despite having muted it, there's actually a tiny, tiny decibel value. So small, you can barely hear it. Despite being
that
muted.
ship.
Plop, plop.
Oh, that's
That animation's so fucking bad.
disgusting.
Oh, you know what this is, though? This is extremely cheap to make in terms of animation, because what they do is they take pieces of these things and they move them around. So they're not actually really animated all that much as they break it up into little pieces.
That
Cheap.
is vomitous. Absolutely vomitous. Oh.
Let's actually pull up the original to do a little bit of a side-by-side with that, because that's kind of interesting. Monkey
Here.
Island.
This is like, I think this is the second or the third one. Like,
Yeah,
all that hand-drawn art style there.
Like, it's got very warm colors to it. The area's drawn and painted. That character in the bottom right's reference from something, isn't it? Isn't that another point-and-click game? You're familiar.
Hate it.
Wait.
Hate it a lot.
Oh yeah,
Hate it a lot.
LucasArts Games made these games, I think. LucasArts Games used to make
They
a
did.
lot of awesome video games back in the day. Some of the best video games. They don't make anything good anymore.
They don't.
Because the
I hate it.
LucasArts Game Studio was cool.
I hate it a lot. I hate it a tremendous quantity, and I hope it never ever shows up again. So, chat, thank you very much for that. That was great. Thank you. Wonderful. Absolutely fantastic.
Who said
Whoever
that?
did that, I have your IP address. You will not escape me.
You will be deduxed. Deduxed. That's a word now. God damn it, I meant to say dedosed.
DDoSed.
You're gonna do a...
Not even doxed. You will be DDoSed.
You're gonna attack him, so he can't do anything. He's like,
No, not my DDoS. Mild inconvenience.
commit suicide over it. As you do, you know. No overreacting.
You do, yes. Fucking ugh. Right, Black917 says, Quick and hail Arch Christ, our Lord and Savior. Breed Kips. Yes, always breed Kips. Glowy says, how do you know the prices on butt plugs? Care to explain yourself, Kibbs? Yeah.
Firstly,
fucking point.
I never said I knew the prices. You lying little fuck.
You kinda did, though, because you were like, yeah, I've seen butt plugs like that before. $15, I say.
Never said that. No. This is some
That
serious...
was the virgin.
This is some serious Halo reaching we're doing. Like, whoa, like their spines are just stretchy like Laffy Taffy.
Mentions the word of the Pablo Schreiber to try and scare me off. He will not escape. How do you know the cost of butt plugs?
It's published by Devolver Digital and Terrible Toy Box is the developer. Let's see what they've made.
Devolver Digital butt plug? Wow, that's something.
Wait, this is Devolver Digital's publishing page. Devolver
Why
Digital,
would they want to make
they
that?
attempt to be like super edgy, but it comes off as fucking cringe. And they always try to be like, we're the underdog, we're indie. It's like, no, you're not. You're a fucking publisher. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I'm so tired of AAAs and AAs being like, we're indie. No, you're not. You're not indie. Fuck.
Al takes personal umbrage at this because, you know, he has to live off cockroaches, and
I know.
that's why
but
he's indie.
Megacorps use the indie tag, and it's awful. Games that get published by publishers get the indie tag for some reason. It's like, you're not indie. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck... They're pretending like, we had hardship. We had a publisher fund the entire project. Shut the fuck up. Doesn't make
What if
me
they
mad.
don't want to?
They
What
don't.
if they don't want to shut up, Carl?
Oh, the Steam tagging system has been misused to an abysmal degree.
Gloria says, how do you like that you got your own hate fan club, Arch? You're the wrestling heel. I am the man. I am the boy.
Mm-hmm.
I am the one. I am what Rock is cooking. Was the Rock a wrestling heel? I know nothing about wrestling. Tell me, Carl.
Arch has such a big hate group that his friends get little tiny hate groups. Did you know that? Even Dinko has her own.
Yeah, but that's because you're fucking side characters to me.
We're like, hey, we're friends with Arch. And like, how dare you? It's like, okay. Alright. Whatever. You know, they're making a new Abe's World game, or Abe game, or whatever. What's it called? Abe. No, it's Odd World. That's the name of the IP. Ew, that's not very high.
Bonamont says, 1 cod bill for the Archlander. With in front of Kyle for laughs. Cod bill.
What?
Cod bill. 1 cod bill. $20? 1 cod bill? So a cod costs $20?
What?
I'm confused too. I'm sorry.
Oh, glow in the dark using some spine. He's like, let me just snap my spine. He's like, see, the logic makes sense now. Yeah, huh. You little L-shaped human being.
Jägerans, if Arch is home lab, it's a super Labrador, Homelander, then who is the Stormfront being screwed on the Quiz TV show? Gibbsfront? Gibbsfront.
What the fuck?
Actually, yes.
Radical Gibbs.
In fact, feel free to draw Gibbs, but as a male Catboy in Stormfront's outfit, with that enormous loose-hanging cleavage and Gibbsfront.
Firstly, mascot's a girl. Secondly, I'm not a girl. I'm a dude. I'm a guy. And I'm not a femboy. This is a weird thing.
That'd be really funny, actually. Gibbsfronter. Just standing there, leaning back a little bit, that superhero pose, all proud, showing off his flat chest.
This is really gay.
Maybe have a little bit of electricity run over his body like Gibbsfronter. My powers is gay and lightning. There's a remarkably large amount of overlap between faggotry and lightning. You wouldn't understand.
Use the female mascot, so it's not gay.
Gibbsfront. I like that. It's gonna have to be used somehow. I don't know how, but
wow, chat's delusional.
It's gonna have to be used somehow.
Delusional, chat. You're all delusional.
Oh, heavens. God, needing to switch between like 2 different super chat windows makes my soul hurt just a little bit. Just a little bit. Where did I put the second one? God damn it, Con. You were the one who did this to me.
How could I do it to you? You deserved it, that's why.
General Zizek says, I adore the logic. People name the phenomenon, therefore it's a social construct. We can just change it a whim. Yes. Somebody far smarter than them, identified a thing back in the day, and now they're like, oh, it's just made up, bruh. It's just fantasy, bruh.
It's just a fantasy.
But how do you explain gravity? Fucking shut up, Newton. Whatever your name is.
Nerd.
Yeah, nerd.
Kill yourself. Okay.
How dare you argue?
Oh, good lord.
It's a bit cruel, if I must be honest with you. Cuntish, almost, in fact. Yeah, no, I think I'd go so far as to call it cuntish. I feel like that's an adequate thing, honestly. Winter Phoenix Forest Kirin. That was quite the name. I know what Kirin means. That's from Nine Kingdoms. Nine Kingdoms is really good anime. They have been expelled from 109 hobbies. Good.
What? bit much there.
They deserve as much, if not more. Rock Paladin, why are they all wearing small hats? Damn it. I don't know what this is in reference to. Kyle, help me.
The small hats. Why are they all wearing small hats? What picture did we use that had small hats? Here, let me look through our DMs. Small hats, small hats, small hats, small hats, small hats. Wait, hold on, maybe? Maybe? That's the only image you could possibly... Here, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up on stream. I'm gonna resend it to you, Arch. But maybe he's talking about this picture here. Are they wearing small hats? Like, that's hair, I think, on most of... Only, like, one of them has a hat.
It's poorly drawn hair that kind of looks like hats.
I mean, I guess you could mistake it for hats. Like,
I mean, one of them's wearing a red cap, so I guess he's the one MAGA dude in the crowd.
he's like, actually, see, look, we're inclusive. We do let the farmers play the game, and then we tell them to go into the factories.
We even let this MAGA chud in, aren't we, good people?
We're inclusive.
Inclusivity.
It's our friend. It's our theme song now. We need an inclusivity song.
Bean 175. Hail God Emperor Arch and War Master Kibbs. I don't know. Wish I could learn in Warhammer Wolf and 40k and Fantasy with all this craziness. Thank you, Arch, for your great lore videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, sir.
Very generous.
We shall continue to do stupid things for a long period of time.
Probably
and
forever.
tell you about them. I hope I forgot where I was. The field. If you're going to be inclusive to everyone, then you'd have to include people who hate your thing. Yes, well, that's another problem with the whole include everyone. Include everyone does indeed include, people who hate your thing.
That's also true.
For some reason, I don't feel like they want to join. Like, hey, come here. I don't want to play your fucking stupid plastic soldier warrior dude thing game, though. I don't care. Need black people.
Where are my black people? Are you feeling okay? I need them. I must feed on them. It's like, what?
Like I'm more than just my skin color.
Can you just stop seeing me for being black and just see me as a person? No! Need my diversity!
The Wokist brain just turns off for a moment. You can hear the dial-up sounds in the background. Computing.
It's true.
So, we need another black person for our role-playing game?
Well, I'll go get Strato. If he's listening, he'll have pissed himself a little at least.
And it just keeps going like that. Sentinel Rex says, there are historical World War II tabletop war games, I'm presuming, where you play off the Axis powers, and a game where you can play as the Romans. Playing them doesn't make you them.
What? I'm very confused. Playing them doesn't make you them. Oh, in regards to playing as like the Romans or the Germans, yeah. Well, yeah, it's just like a faction. It's fiction. Like, if you play a video game, like, one of my favorite shooters of all time, Star Wars Battlefront 2, in the campaign you play as the 501st Legion, and you go and you commit war crimes in it, unironically. And does that mean you commit war crimes in real life? No. It's like that stupid extra credit video where they're like, PvP games shouldn't let you play as the Germans because it's offensive. It's like, it's a World War II shooter game where one faction is the Allies and one faction is the Axis. Like, shut the fuck up. If you don't like it, go play something else. There's plenty of games for you. This game isn't for you.
But Kyle, games must be for everyone.
Actually, no. That's why we have genres. Like, I don't expect a race car game to have RTS mechanics in it. Just like I don't expect a puzzle game to have, first-person shooter mechanics.
Kyle's just not very smart, chat.
Genres,
like, he doesn't understand.
Video games
Race
are
card
not
games
inclusive.
should have strategy elements.
Race card games? How even does that work? It's like, hurry, put the card down. Put the card faster.
Or you'll fucking lose.
Is that a Joker? Get out. Okay.
Scarfy the Stranger says, imagine these guys taking over historical wargaming. I don't want to, though. Like, I have no particular desire to see that happen. I would, in fact, like it if it did not happen. It would please me immeasurably. Immeasurably. It would pleasure me immeasurably. Immeasurably.
Stop that.
Immeasurably?
Stop it! Stop it. He's not going to stop it, Chad. He's just going to keep doing it.
God damn it. HK9410 says, if you make the ant a termite, it'd be more accurate. That's true. They do have a nasty habit of not really dying when you squash them, but, keep going. It'll work eventually. Maranga 2, paying for more Archlander. Yes, we do need more Archlander. We need a lot more Archlander.
His obsession with Barchlander, it's gone too far.
It really is the only way. Archlander is a good lad, and he deserves more of everything. Acclaim, head pats, touches, general accolades, immeasurably accolades.
Oh, no,
Kerikan says, how much of your job as a YouTuber is marketing yourself? I'm bad at that, and I'm working on trying to monetize my sci-fi books and YouTube, GRTW. My job of marketing myself is nothing, because I don't do that at all. And I probably should, but I can't be bothered because I hate social media. So somebody's going to be getting paid to do that at some point in the future, but not now.
Because I kind of understand what he's talking about. Because he's doing the YouTube channel to help promote his IP, right? Because he's working on a book. Did I read that correctly?
I don't think you read much correctly, but I think you're generally on the ball, yes?
Okay, because it's kind of similar to me, because I'm doing that with a video game that I'm making. So for you, I would definitely say you want to tap as many pools as possible. Get involved in other forums or other places where there's creative types hanging out, and just start talking to them, make connections, and establish bridges with people that are in the same field as you, as well as like-minded. And then try to actually make friends. And then that way, as you start working more and more on this project and start building it, that you can have friends to call upon and ask for help on things and whatnot like that. But generally it's going to be a slow grind, and I wouldn't expect a lot because it was not easy, and I had a friend, Arch, who was able to help me out with my stuff. So you're going to want to make a friend kind of like a Blondie, because getting out of the rock bottom, it sucks. Especially nowadays, because content oversaturation. There are so many people trying to do their own thing and do their own IP right now because there is a vacuum in terms of good content. So you're going to be, you're going to need to make connections. Start socializing. Get to it. It's not going to be easy. Shut the fuck up, chat. Oh my god. Why did they attack me? This is cruel. I'm trying to give helpful advice here, and they're already lashing out at me. Kibbs has friends. Making friends. Lol. Oh my god, Munchar, don't be sad. He's just like, I'm lonely. Help me.
That's true, though. Kib, friends.
Just start working on it, and don't stop. Is Kibbs real? I will hurt you, Monk. They're all being sassy little fucks.
Kib not real. Kib figment of your imagination.
Mong's like, I have been living a lie. See, I think Mong needs to be violated in ways we cannot fathom, chat. Take turns with him. Take turns now. Form a
He's
queue.
an element of your excess homosexuality.
So Mong is homosexual is what you're saying?
Yes.
Ha! Take
in addition
that.
to other things.
No, Archama.
In addition to several other things. David Morrison says the pendulum swing started with the deep trial. No, I would say the swing had started long before that, but the deep trial was absolutely one of the more obvious moments when you could really start to see the pendulum swinging, because people were very clearly divided there between those who supported Deep and those who supported Amber Heard. And they were very politically lined up. Like, there were not a whole lot of progressives who supported Deep, and there wasn't a whole lot of our side that perturbed Amber Heard either. Perturbed Amber Heard. Perturbed Amber Heard. Oh God, God no! I have a picture of a perturbed Pokemon Amber Heard shitting on a bed now.
What?
No. Oh, it's perturbed as it just lays a giant ass fucking cabal. Oh no, Cable. Oh Jesus, big fat turd. No. Oh.
Help me, chat. He's gone tarded.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's not as big as a problem as
they're all deeping.
Some people will tell you. Or maybe it's no. No, it has to be her that is perturbed. Amber Heard the Pokemon shitting on Johnny Knee Deep's bed. And he walks in, and there's just like a status symbol going like, she seems perturbed.
She has the perturbed trait.
The perturbed trait.
Your pronunciation problems are affecting me. They're contagious.
No, I'm pretty sure you've always had it.
Wow, says the one who's perturbed.
Disappointment. Perturbed is actually correctly pronounced, you fucking tart. Disappointment 1 says, hello, our glorious overlord and his pet, she, her thing. And as usual, anti-believer, griping image of my religion. I wish the Buddhist community gatekeep the Buddha Dharma, but sadly, a lot with this people. I too wish that the Buddha Dharma be gatekept. To me, exclusively. I would like to have property of it.
Okay, I'm pulling up some of these edits because you know what? People are putting effort.
Scarfy the Stranger says, they seem to do this out of paranoia. If something seems given their opponent's enjoyment, they believe it as their expense. If something is giving their opponent's enjoyment, then they think it is at their expense, yes. Kind of. Like, there is an undeniable element of that inherent within the entire Wokist sphere, where they look at a thing and somebody else is enjoying that thing, and they go, hold on. How dare you? Don't you understand? This is my thing now.
I'm sorry, Arch, but you've been cancelled. He's like, what did you put up on stream, you son of a bitch? See, I said that out loud so that he thinks about the thing I put up on stream. Otherwise he wouldn't. He'd just sit there and be like, eh? Fucking, I'm sending this to you. Don't sit there and adjust your glasses at me, you son of a bitch. Look at this fucking thing.
Oh, stop it. No, cease.
This is very true, though.
Inside of yourself, come.
You're getting criticized by your fandom. How do you feel?
I can't even see the thing you brought up on screen. It's too small.
Chat likes it.
Archlander art. I would pay thousands for Archlander art.
See? At least he's honest, shit. You can check the Arch appreciation for more.
Now would be a good time to insert ads. You know what, YouTube? Just because you keep bitching about it. Here, chat. This is not my fault. Fuck you.
I think the ad shows up later.
Aww.
In, like, the VOD.
Well, people who are watching the VOD, why the fuck are you watching the VOD? Watch it live so you can donate, bitch. That's why you get an ad.
Milk them. Nah.
Like, hold on, I feel personally attacked. I know. It's normal. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. It'll pass. The Mad Horisian says, there was an account by the name of Commissar Drakey that was pushing for sensitive readers in 40k too. A lot of influencer types in 40k like Oculus Imperia are fine with his insanity as well. I did see that, and Oculus Imperia is an enormous cuckold. He responded to that like, yes, we employ sensitive readers as well. Ah, so you're a professional pussy too. My condolences.
I mean, somebody's got to do it, and you know, it's a dirty job.
It's a dirty job, but somebody's gonna have to spread their fucking cheeks and take it.
Oh my god, we're gonna see a Dirty Jobs episode unreleased about this. Dirty Jobs.
Dirty job, sensitive reader.
It's a dirty job. Gotta take it up the ass every 5 minutes. That's pretty dirty when you think about it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
ADS is a real thing. It is. Actually, in the Warhammer community, it is. Arch derangement syndrome. Most fucking of those big Warhammer tubers did have ADS bad. Like, fucking fierce. Like, fucking... How dare he be blonde? How dare he? It's true.
It's blonde privilege.
The blondie is loathed and feared. What do we call him blondie?
It's also just general blonde jealousy. That's the issue here.
Yep. They want to lick up your hair. Like that.
Angron, the Red Angel, says, if you think you're gatekeeping hard enough, double the efforts. GW should actively be mocking SJWs and making Warhammer more based. That would be ideal, yes. Again, I am all for the idea of sensitive readers, so long as it is sensitive readers, as in it's not good enough unless he is rocking in the fetal position on the floor. Only then will it be released to the common man.
That's true. I mean, the IP is supposed to be grim dark after all.
Yep. Particularly when it came to that failed experiment that has Warhammer Horror, which was a very good idea, because 40k should be an inherently really good horror universe. But they fucked it up bad. Like, it wasn't horror, it wasn't good, it was just bad. Which was a real shame, really.
It's like, oh no, look at this quirky orc. He's like, oh, get off me lawn. And you're like, god damn it. God damn it. He's like, where are me teeth? Orcs aren't scary. Though in lore they are, but at the same time they're just silly. Arch is like,
the Grizzly says, happy 4th, guys. GW should go out of business. How mean. How rude.
I mean, it would be funny.
I mean, yes, probably.
Who'd buy it up, though? That's the real question. Or it's like, me. Right-click purchase.
Just give it to Disney. They'd ruin it.
Arch buys
It'd be a painful little while, but...
So, like,
after all of the pain of Disney, we'd be able to have fun with it again.
Who's a Disney princess? Magnus or what? What are they gonna do with that?
I could see Magnus as a Disney princess.
We go to Disney and there's Magnus, like, wearing a little dress. It's like, welcome. Welcome to... I don't even know what the...
And he looks sad about it, too.
It's just some dude who's depressed about his life. Like, they only hire depressed people to play him.
I mean, would make sense. No, I don't know. Zimzilla99 says, have shekels, keep the gate kept. Thank you very much. I do enjoy shekels. They are my favorite unit of currency.
They got a weird squiggly thing.
They do. They have a very weird icon. Like, I'm not sure that icon is what the icon should be, because it's a very weird icon. Like, I don't know.
So
like, I don't feel like that should be meaning money. You know? If anything, I could believe that it would mean, like, free homosexual but sexy hair. I could see that. Because it looks kind of like it's aiming at something, like it's, like, homing in.
It's got a target, so to speak, is what you're trying to tell me? Is that it? Is that it?
Yes.
Blondie? He's like, yeah.
It's got a little bit of that whole, like, butthole thing to it, in my opinion.
Bit of that butthole thing to it.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend you don't.
We just pretend we don't, and then Arch feels awkward, and he's like, guys. Without his validation, he will be a broken man.
Sujard says, have you seen how they're treating Thomas Clarence? Yes, and it was pretty funny. If you hung around black people, they'd throw an even worse temper tantrum. Can you imagine if you did a video with Jack from the Chill Zone? Chill Zone? You're the only one without a life here.
What? I work almost every day. I think I have.
I know, that's why I say, like, you're probably the only one who's going to know somebody named Jack.
I mean, I'm making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every broken egg or whatever. That's the only Jack-based quote I know. And that's from a meme game. That's not a meme, but it is a meme. It's a meme, but it's good, but it's a meme. You know what I mean.
You're trying to speak words.
Don't look at me. Leave me alone.
Because if so, you're being a miserable failure at it.
Wow. You're linguistic-y. You're a linguist phobe. There you go.
Linguophobe.
Just added phobe to everything.
I believe linguophobe is actually a term, though.
Oh my god, why? No. He's languaging at me. What does that mean?
Ah, Google it. Karkin says, every time a super chat, I hear it read out and cringe. Where is a good place to go to get a partner like you guys have in each other? I need that. Gay bars.
That is not where Arch found me, and that's where I found Arch, actually. And don't ask why I was
I found him in the gutter, but I don't recommend you go looking for people in the gutter.
Yeah, basically what you need to do is just start hanging around communities that you like with people and play video games with them. Naturally, you'll find a butt buddy and you'll start fucking on the side. Just sort of happens naturally. That really?
Still think gay bar is the more accurate fucking recommendation.
Join a Discord community. Join a community of some sort that has people of like-minded values and play video games with them. Call them homosexuals and queermosexuals and the ones that are mad but you like, then hang around. And then keep calling them that and watch them get angrier. Then you have hands. You mean hands. There you go.
Al Oberstein says, Shekels to Gloria's Notch. Thank you very much. Those are indeed more squickle things. Eels.
You're an eel.
Eels. How many eels does this cost? Like, it just doesn't sound like money. It just doesn't.
It doesn't.
How many eels would you want for this piece of cookie here? Ah, that's 22 eels.
They just put some eels on the table. Like, no, not eels. They flop around.
He just takes them naturally. Like he doesn't even question it.
Well, I'm sure these will sell in the market for something.
Master of Skitari says, I'll say it, I like the new Bobby G. What's a Bobby G, Kyle?
Bobby G. Google Bobby G.
Kind of interesting reality.
Nope.
Budget, time frame, and I'm sure they usually do 3D. That was in Warhammer Plus, probably is. Warhammer Plus is gay. Should be ashamed of itself. Kill itself, even. CNL Ben MC, these names. If Archer's channel hadn't been hacked, would he now have more subscribers than Major Kill, or would the YouTube algorithm analytics still screw him over? Oh, the algorithm has been screwing me over long before that. Like, it got worse then. Because I saw my impressions drop by half.
Yep.
But I mean, I have a lot of haters, but my channel has had a lot of flags on it for a while. So.
Mm-hmm. But you actually you were still growing fairly rapidly. Like your channel's still growing now, but it has been hindered by it being cock blocked by that hacking ad thing. I like how the haters were immediately like, oh my god, like he's been canceled by YouTube. And then Arch's channel came back, and I remember that one fat dude was so mad. He was like, no, it's not back. And they're like, dude, just let it go. Even his friends were at it.
Let it go.
He's like, no.
Let it go.
Like he was so emotional over Arch coming back. It was kind of great.
Some people have mental problems.
They do. And at least they're funny.
But no, like, for as much as I'm not particularly a big fan of Major Kill for obvious reasons.
For lying, yeah, don't worry about it.
For more or less trying to start drama at every opportunity. For no good reason, I would go so far as to say. He has done very well. He does, meme-style content, and he is studiously unoffensive these days. His older stuff compared to his new stuff, he's clearly well. Let's say that he has taken a look at me and realized, yes, I should bend the knee.
And he has. He has bent the knee.
It might be uncharitable, but it strikes me like he decided to talk to me to begin with simply because it could get him some subs, and then he realized, okay, well, there's a lot of people who hate him, so I've already got his endorsement, so now I'm going to go over to this side. Kind of what strikes me at. Maybe that's uncharitable.
That's not uncharitable. In my opinion, I have a harsher opinion of him, because he was selling socks with your likeness on them, and of him killing you on his socks. Not only that, but he had patron reward tiers, where he talked about violent things he was going to do to you. He also used your name and likeness and tag in all of his content. So he was a parasite from the get-go. Immediately off the bat, using everything he can by just masquerading as you. Constantly obsessing over you. And then once he makes it, he pretends like, I'm the bigger man. Like, bitch, please, shut the fuck up. Sit down. You cheated the game from the get-go. Don't pretend.
I didn't know about the tag thing, but that does sound pretty churlish, yes?
It's not the only person to do stuff like that. Like, that was a common tactic for a while that a lot of people were doing. Where they'd steal
I
tags
know
of
that
popular YouTubers.
was a thing, but I thought they'd fix that. Huh.
Nope. Well, they might have fixed it now, but it was a thing about a year ago still. I remember that much. And you still get people doing it occasionally, either way.
Well, there you go, I guess. Dark Innovator, hey Lord Arch, Star Wars Vision's got a second season on the way in spring 2023. Gonna watch and review this one too? Probably yes, because I quite liked Visions. Like, I thought it was a very interesting reimagining of what Star Wars was, and frankly, it was giving it a lot more love and attention than fucking Disney was.
I will grant you that, even though some of those animes made me want to gouge my eyes out, like the sister-brother one.
I still quite like that one. Like, it was ridiculous and fucking million miles over the top, and I like that.
See, I kind of want more Old Republic lore, but now I don't, because Disney's in control, so just don't touch it. Just leave it be.
But yeah, I definitely will. I'm actually looking forward to it a bit, which is rare because it's Star Wars and Star Wars is garbage. But there you go. Might be good. Might be good. Might be good. Could be good. Might be good. Could be good. Might be good. Say it often enough, you'll convince yourself.
Arch, this sounds like Hope. No.
It doesn't. Going for Gold 85 says, the real kicker for me in all of this is the fact you were rooting for GW the whole time. Been a player for years, started channel to promote, engage with Total War 1-1, and then watched it all degrade into garbage. Well, that's the thing. I don't want Warhammer to fail. Obviously. Like, duh. Nor do I want Total War to fail. Like, nowadays, I will admit, I do want them to fail temporarily. Because I think that is the only way they will actually learn their lesson. Like, Total War right now is in such a comfortable position that they have made a habit out of trimming out mechanics and just gameplay in general, just paring it down whenever something doesn't work, because they have such a strong brand. People are so loyal to that brand. That is only going to create a problem, because they'll become complacent and they're not going to give a shit anymore. That is not to our benefit, for certain. So I do wish they'd have a nice big fuck up at some point so that we could get on with our lives and have good Total War again.
Would be nice. But I don't know if that's gonna ever happen, though.
That is the problem. Well, I do think they probably are going to have a fuck up. It seems almost inevitable, frankly.
We all kind of hope, though. I think we've been hoping for a while, and they did with Total Warhammer 3, but it wasn't big enough. People forgave them and are already going back. It didn't matter in the end because people are so weak-willed.
Well, don't say that just yet. Because we haven't really seen the outcome, shall we say, of the Total War 3 debacle. We don't really know how much damage it has done or will do before we start seeing them really push marketing for their next title. That will give us more of a general idea of where they're at. But, again, we'll just have to wait and see. I hope it's been a big enough wake-up call for some people to realize that CA can do wrong. They absolutely can do wrong. And in fact, they kind of like doing wrong. They enjoy it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just to see how much they can get away with, if nothing else. Galactic Emperor Schlurm. He says, you can make one with a small bottle and blue tack. That's one of those very specific ones. Can I help me?
What was it? What? I was scratching
my nose. You can make one with a small bottle and a blue tack.
You can make one with a small bottle and a blue tack.
Yes.
What? Make a blue tack with a small bottle. What is that going to make exactly? A bomb?
That's your problem.
That's a... I have no idea. This is your channel. You're supposed to know this stuff, Barge, Mr. Smarty Pants. Not so smart now, are we? He's like, oh, bottle tack boy. Defeated by a bottle and tack, chat. Can you believe that? Cancelled. There.
I'm sorry, chat. I tried, but he just hissed.
They said painting
me.
handles.
Ah. Okay, yes. Now that makes a little bit more sense, yes.
The model holder, adds chat. An
The
Ona
model
hole,
holder.
adds chat. I don't know about the last one.
No, you can make an Ona hole. It's feasible.
God have mercy.
It's entirely feasible. I don't even know why you're objecting, frankly. Where is it? There. Lupu, or Boog, says, for the Keebs custom butt plug fund. Oh, good.
Didn't know we had a fund for that.
Spiked.
Spiked. Ooh. Good thing we'll be using it on Arch.
Maybe it will hurt. But don't worry, Kyle. It'll only be temporary. You'll get over it.
As you do, you know.
In fact, keep going for long enough and eventually you'll go like, kind of feels soothing.
I think this is coping and seething.
No. Lord Comes Spartan says, £7 for a butt plug is remarkably cheap. What do you mean? Okay, fine, chat. I'll Google butt plug prices.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Amazon, bestseller, best anal plugs. Right, let's see here. $13, $17, $6, $28. Oof. $12, $13, $12. Yeah. No, they're actually £7 for a butt plug is not bad, actually.
God help me.
Oh God, some of these pictures. AK Store Foxtail anal butt plug sex toys for cosplay, not cosplay, cosplay. Black quotation marks. Light up anal plug small. Neat. Wild foxtail with stainless steel anal plug. Hey, this one's got a guy smiling at me. That's creepy. Yes. We shall not delve any further into this, I think. Makes me feel like the time I looked up the sounding kit for chat.
That was a time that we should forget.
Adoman says, Buttress Hammer add cat boy Kibbs as Aunt's pet. He should. I don't know why he hasn't.
Yeah, he's dropping the ball here. I don't know about the pet part, but I expect me to be added. He's like, no, not gonna do it. Not gonna.
Would be funny, though.
He needs to get the whole bickering bunch in there, too. Like all of our friends. And then he'll have to draw a black person. He might not like that. Maybe he'll have to draw some
a bit weird.
A bit weird.
He might not like that either, no.
He'd be like...
Not unless they're enormous.
He has to draw women and black people and Mexican people. He's like, I don't understand. My narrative's
You have
crumbling.
to drag him to do it. Like, no, refuse.
Listen,
not the black people.
Our friend group so happens to be a very diverse group of races. Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, buddy, but we're quite diverse over here, so you're gonna have to kind of like buckle up a little bit and
You're gonna have to accommodate our diversity. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Like,
You're gonna have to swallow that black pill right there and just do it.
Shadow needs a good widening, if you know what I mean.
He probably does know what you mean. That's the worst part.
I mean, considering how much he likes you, I mean, watches all your content for sure.
I'm familiar with this lingo. I know exactly what you want of me.
He's like, the pencil meme.
The Grizzly says Battletech is doing a Clan Wars 2 Kickstarter, I believe. It'd be better than spending on GW or Disney. I just hope Battletech doesn't go Battle Awoke. Well, Kib, this is your area of expertise. Is Battle Woke going Battletech?
Battletech isn't woke at the moment. Like, there's really no signs of it. Like, Blaine Pardoe, they tried to cancel Blaine Pardoe, which is one of the bigger authors in the Battletech IP, and the Battletech IP just sort of looked at the people trying to cancel him and was like, shoo, go away. That was kind of it. There are attempts at infiltration coming from the Warhammer refugees, because BattleTech is seeing a huge surge of new people coming to the IP that are actually leaving GW because they're just burned out on GW. I don't even blame them. But so far, none of them have really had any grounds. Like Razor Fist does BattleTech stuff, and I'd say like the BattleTech IP is fairly lively, but it's not. It doesn't have the same level of support you're used to when it comes to GW, because they have to do limited print runs and stuff like that, and a lot of it's segregate or often used as like you gotta buy metal models if you want to get stuff that's out of stock, because the influx of new people they weren't ready for, and because they're selling so fast they don't really have a lot in stock. Last I checked, most things were out of stock actually. Also, Catalyst Games Lab's website is fucking horrendous. I'm warning you of that in advance. It's just bad. They need to redo their website badly. And people have been saying that for years, so that's never happening. No disappointment. That's called setting it back. He's like, what? No, you can't do that. I was like, watch me.
King 1994 says, post it as new Twitter profile pic and say it's your favorite piece of fan art. That would be a little mean and kind of good. Kind of good.
What's wrong? Are you scared? A little bit? What's the difference between a Timberwolf and a Mad Cat? Well, firstly, Timberwolf doesn't exist, and it's a Mad Neko, actually. You're welcome. I fixed the naming convention. Get that fucking furry dog mech out of here. It's a Mad Neko. Get it right. And anyone who dares disagree with me is a clan or pig dog and must be dealt with. You know the rules,
Balance.
No fur
I don't know what these stupid ass words mean.
Clanners are furries and they must be dealt with.
All of your words are gay, Kyle.
Don't forget Mr. Tex. That's true. Tex does do lore stuff. I do not... Actually, there's a couple channels. There's more than just Tex. But Tex is like the big boy. Big boy and the Brock. Then there's some other guys.
Asmagan says, howdy, how chaps? How y'all doing? Also, loving the Warhammer reeing on Twitter lately. Yes, it has been a good thing, hasn't it, Asmagan? Jamie Armstrong, Farscape, Babel and Fire, both amazing shows. Okay. Shower. Kyle, go inside. Be less filthy.
And he's like, gonna try to gas Gibbs again. This is the second time on this stream.
Well deserved, to be fair. Asmin also says, channel your inner non-tard self, Kibbsy. You'll have to dig real deep for that one. Non-tard Kibbs. Difficult to
coping.
get.
I say I don't like clanners, and like, Kibbs is obviously a clanner, because he doesn't like clanners. That was obviously what a clanner would say. It's like, get out of here. Get out of here. You can't ain't welcome round here no more.
It would be in Kibbs's character to pretend to be not the thing that he truly is.
I have never been a furfag. We have a furfag friend.
We have several. It's disgusting, frankly.
Thanks to you, I want to point out.
I had nothing to do with any of this. I'm being lambasted for no particular reason. I am a good boy. Convincing Reality says, given how many of GW's products are done on the cheap in Chinese sweatshops, they will never utter a word of criticism towards commies. That is true. Most of their stuff is still made in England, to be fair, but most of their scenery pieces and larger stuff is being outsourced to ye old Chinkistanians who do it for free.
They do.
And to be fair, free is a difficult price to beat.
That's true, chat. Having fur fake friends makes you fur adjacent. Yes, Arch. Care to elaborate? Gotta explain.
Fur adjacency?
Explain your adjacency to Dogerton and the Trader Doge.
I don't know what to say, Kyle. And just because you're a furry doesn't mean I'll hate you any less.
Look at you trying to segue out of this, you little furry fucking degenerate.
It just means that that's one more thing that's wrong with you.
Listen, there are many things wrong with me. but definitely not one of those degenerate things.
That I sure as hell don't know about. Fucking Kiwi says, so what do you guys think about Kason, Kiryukoko, and Mikineko Uruhu Russia both joining V Shoujo? Oh, really? I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. I really don't know about that. V Shoujo I had some hope for to begin with, but they're kind of turning pretty wokist, or more like amateurish wokist, because they enter into the field of political commentary without knowing anything goddamn about it, and that's a bit of a problem to me. Kiryukoko and Russia was apparently kicked for contract violations, whilst Coco was kicked for, well, showing Taiwan. I mean, it's good that they've landed on their feet, I'll say that much. That's a very good thing to hear, but
Maybe we need to not support major VTuber corporations. Maybe this is a mistake, Chad. Maybe that these mega VTubers are just basically e-thoughts in disguise. Oh, no, yeah, no. God, so many people are simps for these things. I hate it. We need to ban them. Starting with Liam. You're gonna burn. I don't know why we're picking him, but we're picking him. Sacrifice. Get on the pyre. Chat's now battling over which faction is the best. This is good. There will be no victors, only corpses.
Yeah, not convinced about that. Not convinced. A lot of the I haven't been watching a lot of V Shoujo, but a lot of their talents I don't. No. Bad feelings about it. Aches in me bones. Fuzzy Thinker says, pizza money for the starving kids. Thank you. Give that to me. Grips it out of his hand. Mong says, spread your cheeks, Skips. Yes. Glowy, here's a riddle. Why should you list someone in a hobby or a place if the people don't like it and just want to change everything? You shouldn't. You should put a shotgun in their face. Glowy says, Homelander, the most human villain. Homelander was a product and treated as one. The fact they gave him superpowers as a baby and killed everyone upon birth, almost everyone is scared of him, he could have been good, but easier said than done with that history. Oh, absolutely. Like, there's no reason why Homelander could not have been the hero he wanted to be. Because I also want to point out, Homelander wanted to be a hero. There is no indication in his early story that he wanted to be mean or cruel or abusive. He became jaded. That's what he did. Like, he became corrupted by the, heroing as a show kind of thing by the company. Like, Homelander's not a bad guy, inherently.
You can see that it opens an interesting prospect with the character for a potential, like, he could go either way coin flip.
Well, I don't know about now. Like, he is so deeply twisted at this point that I don't know if there's any redeeming him. And besides, like I've said with all redemption arcs, I am not necessarily a fan of redemption arcs.
See, redemption arcs, if done correctly, can be really cool. But execution is the most difficult part about a redemption arc. Because often characters that go too far commit so many heinous sins against humanity that really the only redemption is just them dying.
Yes, the only redemption is death.
Yep.
Which, at that point isn't much of a fucking redemption, is it?
I mean, that was Darth Vader's redemption arc. It's like, so
exactly.
You get to die, and that's the only way you can atone for your sins. Like, fair enough. Fair enough.
To be fair, yeah, you committed some atrocities there, buddy boy.
Time for you to die.
It's just how it's gonna have to be. Tragic though it may be.
Sometimes it's how it's gotta be.
Glowy, imagine the corporate culture diversity course you would need for Indian pantheon. They have millions of local gods and multiple variants of major gods. Oh, Jesus. Kyle, name me 17 Indian gods now, or be cancelled immediately.
Dolly, Lama, Tibet, Nepal. He's like, those are countries and people.
Dalai Lama, Tibet, Nepal. Okay.
I call upon you, Bhutan. Bhutan.
Chat, you know where he lives. You know what to do.
Bengal. I don't know.
Bengal.
Bengal's a country, right? No.
Is it?
Maybe over there at one point.
Bengal. It's a country.
Maratha Confederacy, Mughal Empire. These are nations. Damn it. They don't exist anymore, but they did at one point.
Kill him, chat.
Rude. And secondly, no.
It's your only option. It's the only option he has left you.
Wrong. Benegal. Whatever. Close enough. Kalima. Look at them. They're fucking being nerds. Nerds.
Where did I leave? Oh, god damn it. There were many more. There. Wakankivi, also Nishi Sanji, VTuber, banned the word trap because it was problematic. People did not like that, and she got bapped on the head. A Nishi Sanji VTuber banned the word trap. But yes, that's good though. They're fucking.
Yeah,
here's the
cancel
thing.
them. Fuck them. They cancel us all the time.
No, don't cancel them.
Yeah, murder
But
them.
here's the thing. A lot of these fucking VTubers that do this shit like this, a lot of them don't know what the hell they're on about. They don't understand. Like, they haven't looked into the politics. They're the amateur knobs on the block. They look at this and they go like,
a lot of leeway here, I think, that they don't deserve, Arch.
because I have no reason to believe otherwise.
I have no reason to believe that they don't know what they're talking about if they're talking about it. That's just as much as sin, Arch. You can't forgive them. They must be
You don't know about all the time. You did so 5 seconds ago.
You don't have proof of this. Now, back to
I do. It's on the internet.
Now, back
I'm
to
going
the
to
persecution.
assume, until the opposite is proven, I'm going to give them the best, most charitable interpretation, because that is the nice thing to do.
See, this is you being too nice again. You do this a lot, by the way. Or should I'll be charitable, get stabbed in the back. My back hurts.
Well, that makes them the shit fucks, not me.
Yeah, but your spine column can only take so much. True.
And so, watch 49er. Hey, Arch and Kibbs, hit us some money for beer and popcorn. Thank you. I'll keep it.
He's not gonna drink beer. Good luck, Chet. Good luck is all. I won't even drink beer. They're like,
Glowy says, Norwegian politics, should we import more immigrants? Politician, yes. Also Norwegian politics, put feminists in charge of snow plows, screws up everything. Well, we're not importing more. We're actually really not liking importing people. Like, we don't like that no more. Because Russia did a thing with us where they basically opened their northern border and they put out literal ads on the television saying, Norway welcomes all immigrants. And suddenly there was a lot of immigrants. And ever since, the Norwegian populace has been very skeptical to immigration.
understandably so.
Glowy says, extra credits, Nazis bad, thus you shouldn't play as them. Yet says nothing about Sith, who genocide whole plans and intelligent species. Well, again, see, this is the reason why I'll make the assumption that people are idiots rather than malicious, first and foremost. Because it explains a lot. Like, a Nishi Sanji tuber banning trap screams to me somebody who has been told by somebody they probably trust that, oh hey, this is a really cool thing to do. Like, this is a really bad word, okay? Like, if you ban this, like, people will like it because this is just a universally good thing.
People will clap.
And yeah. Literally, they'll just, like, do this and people will clap. Is what they tell them. And since they trust them, they're just like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, I want to be a good person, right?
Oh,
and then they do that.
Well,
and then people yell at them.
In this particular case, chat says that she made a second tweet telling her audience to educate themselves, and she knew what she was doing.
Okay, in that case, I guess she's gonna have to be impregnated.
What? Gross. We don't want more of that. Are you sure?
No. Turn them into a trad wife. They'll understand.
Oh, gecko impregnation. Got it.
It'll fix it.
Space geckos.
And even then, though, I see. I don't know. I know I've dealt with this fucking Wokist garbage so long now that I know that even they don't know what they're talking about half the time. Like that fucking Goonhammer article, for example, where he's like, okay, let's get the science out of the way first, and then continues to completely whiff so hard it's not even funny. There are no such things as male or female hormones. Why do you have a penis then? Social construct. Okay, so you don't mean to chop it off.
You won't
Whimpering
need that
noises.
anymore. Snip, snip. I mean, we're doing society a favor. We do not want them to breed. That's why the whole vasectomy thing that they're advocating right now is really funny. It's like, yes, remove yourself from the gene pool, please.
Snippy, snippy.
We don't
I'll even
need
hold
you.
axe.
Yeah, we'll chop for you.
Chloe says, Amber Heard identifies as a bird, so that is why she poops on people's things. So watch out, everyone, if you see her in a tree. I did see that recently, people who unironically identified as birds. That's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is actually just funny. It's like, I'm a bird. Oh, very well. Walks away slowly.
You mean waddles?
If they self-identify as crazy, just accept that and move on. It's the best you can really do for them.
At least they're honest, right? That's good.
Yes. Black 1917 says the pendulum started during the Obama presidency and really got swinging in the Trump presidency.
What did?
Maybe. The pendulum.
Oh, the pendulum. I mean, the pendulum has swung far left since for a while now. Like in the mid 2000s, it was swinging that way. Because you had a lot of that, like, anti-war Semitism. That's not what word means.
Anti-war Semitism. Good on you, Kevin.
Anti-war sentiment and all that stuff, and there was a bunch of other things, and then you saw people, like, wigging out about it. Like, it swings back and forth. It'll swing back right, and it'll swing back left, and we'll go through the same motions over and over again until we die.
Well, we've rarely seen a swing this quick. We really have. Like, it took the Wokist 60, 70, 80 years to get into power. I think we will run them out with severe consequences in 20, tops, maybe 30.
Do you think we'll live to see it swing back left again?
No. I think the swing will be very violent this time. I think they have created for themselves so much ill will that it will not be pretty. I just hope it doesn't swing too far. Because I do believe this. I do believe with the whole grooming thing, they have created themselves so much fucking ill will that they're not going to like it. They're not going to like it.
Well, it's important that the pendulum doesn't swing too far. Otherwise, we'll be back where we were before, where we got people on the other side of the pendulum being idiots.
No, Kyle.
It's the horseshoe theory. It all goes in circles. Chat continues to wiggle at each other violently.
You can't say that.
Some of them are. Like, according to my
thesis,
say that. I think that math is alphabetical. It's true.
God damn it. Where's the thing? I was looking for the thing, Kyle. You don't know where the thing is. It's because you're kind of stupid. Don't worry about it, though. That's just how it is.
You're being rude, Blondie. And you know what we do to rude blondies? We punish them.
Nothing.
It's like you would never hurt Blondie. Delicate. Gentle.
That was what I was talking about. Jesus Christ. What a fool Kibbs are. Arch is a god. How can he kill a god? True.
I'm a god. Dagoth wave. Oh.
Kib is a bit of a tard, but we forgive him.
It's a Dagoth wave song. I'm a god. I'm a god.
Fucking Kiwi? Yep, we have a lot of British English in Norway. You see. I told you. And Ala Mandorius, say something in Norwegian, please. Min co-kommentator åpenbart homofil.
Barge homophobe. Got it.
There.
Barge, I don't know. He's fucking barbarian.
But You can hear a marked difference between the English and the Norwegian because they're different pitches. Waikikivi says, not me though. Oh, you're a Norway speaker. Shame on your soul. I know what our accent sounds like, and I condemn it. Ala Mandorius says, back in the 5th edition, the Imperial Guard Codex had a pretty grievous break that they fixed quickly. Dawn of War rules had it so that you deployed your troops' choices first. The Imperial Guard had a platoon strength troop choice. Yeah, that sounds like GW, alright.
That's a bit special.
Whoopsie. We didn't read that part of our own book. Please ignore. That does really sound like Games Workshop. I'm looking, Carl. Calm down. Robert Gilpin. Anime is a triumph of excellent Western animation is the result of communist degeneration of society. Yes. Communism is bad. Black 917. The Wokist view on victory is that it must come at the other side's expense. It is not victory, and it is not a victory if it's a loss. Yes, they need a victim. Somebody needs to suffer in their worldview because they are terrible goddamn people.
Well.
And they will be shamed and named for it, undoubtedly.
Or Barch.
Fuzzy Thinker. I only respect Juniper, as she is an excellent artist. Used to respect Takata till I understood how woke Team 4-star is. Everyone else refused to do something interesting or interactive. Don't know who any of these people are, sadly.
Team what? Is this like a dubbing thing? One of those fan dubs?
Sounds like VTuber stuff.
I don't. Team Star sounds. It reminds me of there was this fan dubbing thing, and then they made an apology. Was it the guys that did the the fan dubbing of that one vampire show, and then they apologized? Oh, we're sorry. We would never have made these jokes if we knew now. And they're like, but we're gonna leave the video up because we want the money. So,
We apologize, but we also poor.
We also want money. So.
That's good, though. At least they're honest. This is beneficial. And back to the other monetizing chap again.
DBZ abridges chat.
Aaron, it looks like my woke HR video. My worst woke HR video, I'm assuming. HR. That was another thing. We gave the HR Nazis far too much power in society. After the purge, this will not happen again. The Great Purge. Everyone will have to close their eyes for a few minutes, but after that, it'll all be over. Trust me. I have seen the future. I know what is coming.
Barch is turning into the fucking angry man about the frogs being gay. God damn it. What's his name? Oh my god, names are hard for me.
Yes, many things are difficult for you. Glow in the Dark says, Kib said that a Warhammer model was expensive for a butt plug. Thus, he has to have a reference for it. It's true. I mean, he's trying to dodge it, but we all know. It's not even a very well-kept secret either. I'm not a homosexual. Yes, you are. Calm down. It's fine. We won't judge you.
Because you're coping and seething. That's Barch. He's seething. Alex Jones.
Colin's afraid that he won't have friends anymore if he tells us the truth.
Considering what our friend group is made up of, I'm not particularly fucking worried.
It's just men, though. Viking Kiwi. Oh, I'm very skeptical to the new Conan Exiles update. Looks like the game is going to have a battle pass, and it looks more like a shitty mobile games. Remember, they're working on Dune now, so they just need to milk whatever they can out of Conan Exiles. That's basically it.
Yep.
And hey, that's their prerogative. You know, they can milk you a little bit. Just suck that out of him. Suckers. Like Evie also says, daily challenges and stuff. Yuck. Vomits. Oof. Vomits in mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on those daily. What the fuck?
I saw an opening and I took it. You cannot judge me.
Rude.
Mark the Same says, all part of the liberal world order. The gallows are complimentary. White Slan, Goonhammer article was ridiculous. Glad you have to depart. I am glad too. I enjoyed doing it. It was dumb. Mark the Shame, sensitive readers would be an elementary school children who are too young to be exposed to things like Pride Month. Except, of course, you need to show children Pride Month, because then the children can look at it and cry their tiny little child ears out.
It's a bit creepy. But yeah.
I expected Kyle to pick up on the fact that I said cry their ears out, but he didn't. He didn't because he's a tard.
Look at Barge. He actually messed up, and he's trying to cover for the fact that he messed up. He does that.
He's a tard.
Frequently.
A tard. He's a tard.
You are tard.
Almost a bit cruel now. Mong says, var din favorittfisk? Jeg spiser ikke fisk. Dritmat.
Savage speak.
Mark Ashamed, Biden admin is looking to replace SCOTUS, one that will be willing to declare the US Constitution to be unconstitutional. Yes. I'm sure that will be a great deal of fun for everyone involved, frankly.
They're like, the Constitution is inherently unconstitutional because it's a piece of paper. Therefore,
that's true,
I nominate we remove it.
The Constitution is getting in the way of a lot of progressive legislation, and that's, well, that is a problem, isn't it? It's a big issue. Like, hold on, the Constitution says we can't kill babies? Yes. Well, God damn it, get rid of that thing now.
Immediately. It's inconvenient. How dare our founding fathers create checks and balances, those sick bastards. How can we centralize power? I want an American emperor in my lifetime. Can't do that with this silly little piece of paper.
This foolish Constitution is preventing me from becoming Hitler. Well, you know, we all have our crosses to bear. I just think your cross is a bit more,
swastika
rounded.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Your cross is a bit weird, to be honest. Looks less
bit
like...
odd looking. It's a new cross. It's a fancy cross. Oh well. All crosses are similar, even if they are a little bit weird on occasion. It's fine, Kyle. You can't be such a picky little boy about everything. You must understand these things. You must understand, Kib. Kib doesn't want to refuse this. Founding fathers were gay. Probably.
Why?
I'm putting a lot of words in his mouth now, and he will simply just have to accept that.
It's not the first time he's done this, and it won't be the last. It's true.
Lord Commodore Spartan says, when will you play the meme game? I want to see Barch try to style on some cyborgs, LMAO. The meme game? I don't know about this.
There are a lot of meme games, Chen. You're going to have to be a lot more specific than the meme game. It's a whole genre, even. YouTuber bait is what I call it.
Well, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Once I get streaming capabilities.
We need to do the bread game first, though. Barch has to do that.
I am bread.
Yep. Be a sad little piece of bread.
I am bread.
It's such a stupid concept, but it just makes you happy when you think about it. It's like, yes, it is just a piece of bread.
I don't know if that would make me happy, honestly.
It could be a piece of carbohydrates. Yay!
I don't want Kyle to be happy. He makes noises when he is happy. I hate it.
Oh, that's a bit dark, don't you think? He's like, no.
Mark James says, Kibbs, you are captain of a starship. What category of starship would it be? Frigate, cruiser, carrier, battlestar? Arch, Kibbs, airlock. Yeah or no?
Carrier. Yeah, we get little tiny fighters that you can send out, and they go, and then you leave without them. Like, daddy ship, come back.
In fact, airlock would be standard in Gibbs's quarters.
Wow. It's almost like
Puts
quarters is the airlock.
Right, hold on. This is a bit of a design flaw. Nah,
Hey,
it's
is this
working as
door?
intended.
Is this window or is this a door, Arch? Like, don't worry about it. fail,
Both.
fail on the next mission, and you're out. You go.
See, that really should happen, because I still haven't forgiven Kib for making me play that god-awful Star Trek game thing, Pulsar, whatever it was called. Ugh. Fucking disgusting.
Barge. That game wasn't that bad. I really liked the concept of that game, but it just lacked polish,
It
mechanics.
wasn't fun. It was annoying. It pissed me off. It was boring.
Barge is grumpy, chat. What are we gonna do about it?
Not to mention, that game was the closest we've ever gotten to properly having a good old-fashioned breakdown in the friend group. Awful video game.
Actually,
Like, even
Barotrauma.
Barotrauma didn't place us in that much stress.
Oh god, no. I think you're misremembering how much Barotrauma. We were. This friendships were tested. Bubbles was mad. Barge was mad. Disco was mad. I was innocent and didn't do anything wrong, as usual.
That's why Bubbles killed you all the fucking time, because you were a fucking stain on the honor of the good people of the boat.
Goddamn Barotrauma. It almost killed our entire friend group. Oh my god. It was so much fun, but fuck, everyone got so stressful, and everyone got so moody, like, this is my room, what are you doing in my room, get out of my room. It's like, dude, shut the like, fucking calm down. Everyone got
It
so
made everyone
territorial.
extraordinarily territorial.
Yes, and they were like, this is my room, this is my job, if you touch my job, I'll kill you.
People were more than willing to just fail the mission and blow up the boat rather than let somebody else step in their room.
This unironically not only happened, but we have video evidence of it.
It wasn't even just room, like it evolved to the point where pieces of furniture became property.
Things were fought over. The ship's salary soon became the next battleground. People make mistakes on the submarine, and all of a sudden, like, they're getting fucking bitched out, and it's like, you fucker. Like, stress is high in Barotrauma. Barotrauma is intense. We'll be doing another season.
It is a very tense game.
October.
It is one of very, very few video games that actually managed to introduce that horror feel where you're just stressed the fuck out.
And it's fucking amazing. This game, 96.4 hours, almost ruined our fucking friend group. And we're going to be going back to it because we live life on the edge.
It's such a good game, though. It is such a goddamn good game. It needs many headpats. Many touches in the dark when he's not looking and not least expecting it.
It's one of the few games that nails the horror aspect in a multiplayer game well, which is a rarity. Besides that Phantom Phobia game. That game scared the piss out of me and Arch. Where we were so scared we wouldn't go into the room, and Disco was mad at us. She's like, just get in there. We're like, no.
Yeah, but then I'm not scared anymore. Then I'm just not engaging. Like, nope.
You were scared. You left me in there alone.
You deserved it, and you got what you fucking deserved, bitch.
That game also was stressful.
But in a less interesting way, simply because it's like the tools you're given don't work half the time. There's a percentage chance for them to not work. So there's a massive element of just fucking pure guesswork involved. Like, that's not why I play games.
We also were misusing the tools in the beginning, too. That didn't help, because we thought that the radio thing did something else that it didn't do. And so we were talking to the radio, but it didn't do anything. Forever.
Stupid kid.
It's like, are you
Talking to the
there,
radio.
Delilah? Delilah, are you there? And then I'd piss Delilah off and run. And then leave Disco to get her neck snapped.
I was the only one who did a good job in that game.
That's not true. Kibbs got good at hiding towards the end.
Primarch says, like herpes, Bosch always comes back. And with a vengeance, too. You're a herpes, Kyle.
You're a herpy. A big one.
A herpy?
Yep.
Just
individual.
one?
Well, do you have multiple
individual
personalities? Yeah. What else would he be? You're just a big herpy that got out of control. He just grew into a being.
I don't think that's how that works.
That is the narrative.
I'm pretty fucking certain that's not how that works. Pretty sure.
You don't.
Pretty convinced. Not only do I know no.
I'm not coughing.
Stop that.
I'm thirsty. Just got my drink.
Well, not my problem. Za Geforir Usna, which is a name, in case somebody didn't know that. We'll never forget how cringe Major Kill's anti-arch vid was. Stay superior, Blondie. Glory to the Lord Emperor Bart and Breedmaster Kibbs.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You're
no, not that
Breedmaster
lewd
now.
part. Not that last lewd part. That's true. That is a lewd part. Arch is undeniably the best Warhammer lore channel. And it's, you know this because even his staunch haters will even give him like, yeah, his Rack series is pretty fucking good. Like they're like, yeah, we watch it regularly. Fuck. They're just watching it with a frown on their face, like, damn, this good content. Do you think they have a little furrow on their brow, like just a little anger, a little upset while they're eating their popcorn?
I don't think they have popcorn.
They can't afford it. Damn.
I don't think it's communist enough.
Oh, that's true.
It basically counts as food.
Yep, can't have that. Okay, they're eating their styrofoam then. Corn. Styro corn. There you go.
Styrofoam corn.
And you gotta start somewhere, right? Styrofoam's kind of like popcorn, but not at all.
Dryfeed donates 100 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much. That's very generous. And simply posts a laughing, crying face. I'm choosing to believe that was in response to the Hobbita Hobbita. Because it will give me a financial incentive to Hobbita Hobbita some more in the future. And
Hobbita Hobbita.
I kind of enjoy Hobbita Hobbita.
Arch is just one big Hobbita Hobbita. It's true.
You must understand, this is the song of my people. I don't know. What do the... No, never mind. I don't know if the Indians have a song of their people.
True.
I spoke before I thought there. It was insensitive of me, frankly, to assume.
And I think Arch needs to apologize and grovel a little bit. Just a pinch.
They may not have a song of their people. And if they don't have a song of their people, then that would be very offensive to them.
Yep.
How dare you? This is our national shame. Fuck you.
We're making them a song of their people, okay? Because we're generous. Very nice of us.
I don't think they'll enjoy that either, frankly.
Yeah, it doesn't sound anything like your language whatsoever, and it's just a series of vowels and sounds. But you should be grateful. We took the time to do it.
Hubbardy. There you go. I'm pretty sure I ripped something off there too. Got to get cancelled for this. Soul in the Rich says, hey, Swedish bot, when will you be stopping by Rakita and reading the book of Unbreaded? Do it. I do need to... I will see if I can't remember to try and get in contact with Rakita at some point in the not too distant future. It's just that he's difficult to communicate with. Okay.
Fair enough.
It's true. It's literally true. The last message I have for him, I invited him on the ArchCast, and he was like, let me just check when I have a day available. 6 months later.
Responded. Yep. He's a boomer.
And it's not out of malice, it's just that he's an enormous boomer.
Maybe he needs to be beaten randomly. Maybe that'll be incentivization for him.
I feel like that would be unfortunate and cruel, and not at all desirable for the poor man. Don't Pete XX. According to Kibbs, all the Warhammer YouTubers that is like art, and by extension him, is because they're just too beautiful. God damn it, Carl, why did you say that?
I didn't say that, because firstly, they're all fucking dudes, and dudes can't be beautiful. They can be at least handsome, but that's nothing you could say to them. And if you say anything else, you're a homosexual. True.
Uh-huh. Carl's like, yes, men are pretty handsome. Mm-hmm.
I am pretty
Stay
handsome.
away from me, homosexual.
You're a homophobe? That's very queer homosexual of you.
You will not spread it to me.
The thumbnail looks like Gordon Freeman. That's pretty fucking based, actually. Archer Gordon Freeman, where's your crowbar? Start hitting people with it. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Core Fun says, hey Arch, have you seen the new Ruby anime? Apparently the Japanese studio toned a lot of the wokeness out of the original series. I have not. I kind of hate Ruby, but if they've toned down the wokeness, maybe it's time to give Ruby a chance.
No, don't. Ruby's garbage, no matter what it is. Ignore what Rosa says. Actually, Rosa didn't like the anime. Rosa said that the new anime is trash.
Maybe it's time to give diversity a chance.
No. Get the hammer.
It might be time.
Rikita would enjoy a good beating. I knew he was a degenerate. The old geezer.
Stephen Knizak says, I think the coolest thing coming to the Battle.net community in the near future is a guy modding the Crescent Hawks Inception game from the 1980s. I love old style chibi characters. Oh, explain. What's that thing?
Crescent Hawks Inception is an old BattleTech video game from like the DOS era, but that's ancient. They're modding it, or are they doing what Daggerfall just did? Or they released Daggerfall Unity on GOG if you want to play Daggerfall now. It's free if I remember right. Are they doing something like that? Are they rebuilding it in like a new engine, or are they just modding Crescent Hawk Inception as a DOS game? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I know that of Crescent Hawk's Inception, but that's it. It's one of the one of the more liked Warhammer BattleTech, whatever. Same IP. No
Are you having a hard time today, Carl?
BattleTech IP.
Do you need to have a brain aneurysm?
No. I'm gonna have steak tonight, though, so I'm pretty excited.
March Same says, as Upper Echelon Gaming said, free-to-play is an oxymoron.
That's true.
That is correct. That is an accurate sentiment. Right, let's see. Are we nearing the end? We might be nearing the end. Fuzzy Thinker, I only expect Juniper... that one. Mong, du en landsviker. Liker ikke øl, du liker ikke fisk, du ser som Anders Breivik. Trist. No, you're wrong. And beer is disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes, gross. Unless you pay us to drink it. Then we're not ashamed anymore. I was never
Lord Commissar Spartan says, if you play politics, you really should know what the hell you're talking about, lol. Also, trap isn't a slur. It is not a slur. But the thing is, the Wokists don't say that what they're doing is politics. They simply say that these are human rights or human rights. It's just a nice thing. Okay?
They try to conflate it with like, no, it's just basic ethics. Meanwhile, they're doing unethical things.
Yes. Which is why I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, because they might simply have been tricked. Especially if they're women. Women, as we all know, have very small IQs.
Well, I'm not that down on that hill, waddles away.
Retreats in shame.
Listen, you're not getting a crumb of pussy with that attitude, boy.
I don't know about that.
So, actually, for the right price. That's true.
Jano Zisix says, educate yourself, quotation marks, a person who doesn't know where food comes from before it shows up on the store shelves. I mean, that is most communist, yes. I know nothing about this VTuber, by the way. Maybe they're smart, maybe they're stupid, who knows?
Arch doesn't want to condemn himself and off the bat, because you never know. Maybe he'll get laid. You never know.
By a VTuber?
Listen, stranger things have happened, and I hear that some of these VTubers are quite loose. You know, used goods and all.
You fucking sluts. How dare you?
Sorry, Barge. Sloppy seconds it is for you. He's like, no! Now that I've grossed out Barge, this is my channel. What do you think of that, chat? Well, Kibcast kind of doesn't roll off the tongue. It really doesn't.
Pretty homosexual.
But you know what? The Kibcast.
Kibs is pretty homo. He'll take it.
The ArchCast. The ArchCast, it's just a little bit effeminate. Like the BarchCast. There you go. That's a manly name right there. The BarchCast. But we need to make it more like Scandinavian, so it's Bjorchcast. ArchCast. See, look, it's now in your native tongue.
Just like I don't take masculinity tips from a feminist, I'm not going to take masculinity tips from a cat trap.
Cope and seethe all you want, Arch, but you know it's a good idea.
Owned. Put in a corner. Shamed. Peed upon. And many, many other equally horrible things. Mark James, Halifax gets a bank run after social media pronouns fail. Yes, I did see that. A bank in England was like, so we think it's very important to have the correct pronoun, so we're going to make a whole thing on this. And again, you know why they're doing this? Because they're looking straight into the camera. And they're going like, head pets now? Head pets? Pets? Head pets?
Maybe.
And then they get just yelled at instead. And you know they're kind of panicking. Like, what?
Why are you hurting me? They're getting hit with sticks.
The HR person said this would be popular. Stop.
Funny. Almost too funny.
They deserve it, though. They dug a hole for others, and they themselves fell in it. That's what happens when you dig a hole. You fall in it. Mark Shane also says, forgot about the hippies. The woke is their nonsense on roids. And I would differentiate quite starkly between the hippies and the wokies, honestly, because the hippie thing was just, well, it was a response to war more so than anything. It was a major social upheaval. So a bunch of pussy-ass bitches didn't want to get drafted in the army and go die in Vietnam, which I still think is a very weak and effeminate thing for them to do. Listen, you need to win the war in Vietnam, okay? It was fine. And you didn't. And that was a national shame, as it should be. And then you lost in Afghanistan too, and frankly, I don't know why we call you a superpower anymore.
Oof. Right in the feels.
Right in the flag. Lord Commissar Spartan says, meme game, you know, memes the DNA of the soul. But I don't know which meme. See, you're going to have to pay me quite a lot to get me to play stuff like I Am Bread, though.
He's really cheap, chat. You can guilt trip him easy.
Because I remember seeing Markiplier try to play I Am Bread, and he gave up after like 2 episodes. And he is a veteran in the field of playing retarded shit for clicks. So if he can't do it, I'll have troubles. I'll have a hard time.
What a defeatist.
Meanwhile, Kyle just keeps playing like, tell me wise, tell me sweet little wise, and enjoys it all the time.
No,
singing,
I was paid to play those.
Tell me sweet little wise.
Listen, now that I've, gone full of YouTube, chat gets to determine more things than I wish they could.
You're gonna have to play I Am Bread too. I Am Bread multiplayer.
I Am Bread.
Who can bread the hardest?
Get breaded together. Get breaded. Sounds a bit weird, but okay.
Give up, Carl. You cannot win. I have gained the yeast item. I will grow more powerful and breadable than you could ever possibly imagine.
Listen, all I have left on my cringe game list is just have to beat Death Stranding, and then that's the last shitty game I was paid to play.
Without skipping any cutscenes, mind you.
Nope, didn't agree to that. I was paid a couple $100, and I said I'd do it for a couple $100, but I didn't say I'd watch the cutscenes. Fool.
Lying whore. Nick Mattis says, the song of the Indian people is Tunak, Tunak. Everyone knows this. Tunak, Tunak. They just repeat that. Tunak, 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 Tunak. This probably means N-word in Indian. And I just realized that.
You probably just got canceled. This channel's now going down. He's
like, judging by, like, everyone who's ever asked a Norwegian to teach them anything in Norwegian is always told Hastcook. And this was probably the same thing. Mark Shane says, a pitch for a new Star Trek, where the Federation has to deal with the aftermath of its own version of Vietnam-Afghanistan war. Well, they'd just surrender. The Federation are a bunch of pussy-ass bitches. It's true. Factually accurate. Pussy-ass bitches. It's literally written in their bio. Federation Military, Pussy-Ass Bitches Incorporated.
Barch is being a potato again, as usual.
Pussy-Ass Bitches Incorporated. That's why the Enterprise keeps getting fucking boarded all the time. By green goblins. By ginger green goblins. You don't see this shit in 40k.
You don't see much in 40k anymore, do you? Neon.
Tell me why, tell me sweet little whys.
Empress Erda, the true hero of Warhammer.
Glowy. Gibbs is worse than the homosex. He is the queer-mosexual. Oh, disgusting. Throw him in the bonfire. Watch him writhe. Watch him writhe as he wheezes. Tell me why, Kyle.
Happens sometimes.
Många of us är en gigantisk hästkock. See, like, I just literally point out now, everyone says hästkock, and he's a horsecock. You are a walking stereotype, Mong, and you will be ashamed of yourself for this. It is simply how life will have to go on from now on. I am a stereotype. And I am proud of being one. We need Stereotype Acceptance Month. Like, screw Black History and Pride Month. Stereotype Acceptance Month. Now just watermelon floats and shit all over the place. Angry Hispanic women tearing each other's hair out. No positive feedback. Shameful.
Barch is retarded.
Let's see. There. Stephen Knizek, since Barch tends to be Norwegian, how close is Swedish chef to real world Swedes? I have no idea what a Swedish chef is. Is that the one from Muppet? Kyle, is that a Muppet?
I don't know what Muppets are. I barely... Like, all I know is that Norwegians occasionally call people Muppets because they're angry.
You're a fucking Muppet.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
I mean you don't know what Muppets are. The fuck?
They're like,
did you not have a childhood?
They're like puppet things. Listen, as a kid I was based and watched like shows like Roughnecks and Samurai Jack and the Star Wars Clone Wars micro series. Like I was watching real shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like what do you want me to do? You want me to be like some sort of scrub like you and watch like Elmo or something? Get out. Get out, Archer.
I want you to watch a fucking puppet. Muppets.
Muppet. Oh my god. Help me, Chip.
Cthulhu, why don't you bring on Upper Ek or Computing Forever or Worth a Buy on the chat? Because racism.
Fair enough. At least
you
you have
go.
a reason.
Done deal. Artemis Fowl, Arch makes fun of the US, but Norway has cucked between the EU and Germany sad. Well, at least we have a reason. We are a small, lovely little country with lots of infrastructure and lots of fucking oil. You are a second-rate superpower on the decline, and will eventually burn. So,
Shut up, puppet of the EU. We will not be talked down to. You are a puppet, lapdog of the EU, as it were.
Charles' nationalism begins to show us as he goes like, it is Latimus, but I must defend him. I cannot help myself.
Arch is like, you little shit. Oh, you're retarded. I need to hurt you. But I can't reach you because, you're across the pond. As the British call it. Because, British sense of size when it comes to water and bodies of water is very, very special. The Anglos are educated in a certain field, I'll say that much. Every British person is like, it is a pond. Look at it.
Whatever you're spurging about now, cease. Gummy Bear 21 says, you forgot that My Little Pony game. Oh, we will play that eventually. And lastly, Loud Commissar Spartan says, I'm trying to get you to play Metal Gear Rising, Blondie, or play Devil May Cry. Lol. Sounds impossible.
I don't think
Sounds
that's
difficult
for Barge. Those games don't necessarily strike me as up your alley. But you never know. Maybe. You could try. Never know until you try. That's true.
Tell him why, tell him sweet little whys.
Sometimes you gotta be miserable in order to be happy. Just like, what? Dad is so smart and big-brained, and then they hypothesize that for a little bit, doing the big tinkies.
And now my background monetization thing is a bit wonky right now, so I can't see the chat thing. But I am assuming I have gone through all of the super chats.
Did you read Nicomedes?
Picomedes?
Nicomedes.
Picomedes? I don't. You can't just ask me that, Kyle. I have no frame of reference.
I'm going to copy this one just to be certain. Copy and pasty. Tell Barch lies. Tell Barch sweet little lies. I'm gonna hurt you. We're all impressionable in our friend group, and one of us does like one annoying thing, and the rest of us all parrot it. We're just.
Kyle in particular is weak for this.
Oh, you're just as bad.
Nick Medius, Gibbs needs to play and finish Getting Over It. Barch must make this happen and provide. No, stop scrolling. Hold on, it's gone. Fuck me.
I sent it to you in DMs. There you go.
Make this happen and provide live commentary. All of the fans will be pleased by this, even if they did not know of the game in advance. Getting Over It. I've seen that. I think I saw Koa try to play that, and she freaked out a lot, and she screamed. And I enjoyed the screaming, but it didn't look like something I would enjoy doing to myself.
Listen, Koa's a filthy normie monkey who can't even bake. I even told her that, and now she's, not mad at all. And she admitted that, yeah, my baking skills need work. Now that we put Koa in her place, it's time for Barch to play this game.
I mean, she's a literal monkey. I would be surprised if she could bake.
And me too.
Frankly, it'd be fucking weird.
You're like, you can
Like, I'm a monkey that bakes. I'd just look at that sideways and go like, you stay away from me, whatever the fuck you are, you satanic
There's
creature.
fecal matter in this, isn't there? Look sideways. No.
Shits.
No.
Angry shitting noises. Tearing shitting noises.
I can imagine that. Oh, she is a degenerate.
Hands it to you. Just looks at you. And they'll do the cutesy thing too, where they'll look up, like eyes up, like, what, you'll eat my banana pie special, won't you? No.
There's some shit in there, isn't there? It's like, eat just for texture.
Banana pie surprise. What's the surprise? Tee.
God damn it, Koa. Oh.
Fucking disgusting monkey thing. Oh. See, even yesterday when we were sitting in chat having a secret racist discussion, Rosa tried to defend Koa, like, Koa's actually really smart, okay? She's an intelligent person. And I'm like, is she? Yeah, intelligent. And then Kyle's like, she bakes cakes with her own poop.
Firstly, these are all lies, because I actually was like, yeah, no, she seems pretty smart. And I agreed. And Arch was like, actually, I hate monkeys, and I think monkeys should be genocided.
To be fair, I do kind of think monkeys should be genocided.
Oh no, that was a joke. Or it's like, yeah, actually, never mind.
Like, no one has had the ability to prove to me why we should allow monkeys to exist. Like, monkeys are just, they're potential competition, okay? If they ever figured out how to, like, use their thumbs to make hammers, they might make guns, and at that point, that's for them. Kill them all. Kill them all before they breed. Because if they kill them after they breed, we're gonna have to kill the babies too, and that's just downright sad, frankly.
Arch and Koa sitting in a tree, pooping in bananas.
Pooping in bananas.
Yep, and then closing the banana up and putting it back in the bunch. It's a little banana surprise. So...
I like to call this dish the banana surprise.
Ooh, a banana opens it.
It's got to be a little fancy too, like banana surprise.
Banana surprise, a little bit of a French air to it.
Yep.
This is quite
like,
horrific.
What do you want? I told you, it was a banana surprise.
That sounds
yes,
awful.
But now, I think I've gotten through everything. I think so, yes. I think so, have I? I think so.
I hope so.
Yes. Yes, I think I've gotten through everything, so... God, that lasted a lot longer than I thought it would.
It was a good stream.
Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon, as we will continue discussing Hobbita and butt plugs and banana supremes. Banana surprises. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just tweet at Koa right now a picture of a banana And banana surprise in quotation marks.
Let me just open up Twitter so I can like and retweet this. She'll have no idea for context, but confusion is always funny.
Exactly, that's kind of the point. I need a picture of a single banana. There we go. And that banana has a watermark on it. That's fine. I can crop out the watermark. This is going to be a really weird resolution, but such is life. Call Kyle lies, call him sweet.
Let it happen, chat. And then lick the banana, chat.
We'll keep in a little bit of the dark edge at the top just to make it clear that it was cropped half-heartedly.
Like, this isn't normal.
How do you spell banana, Kyle?
B-N-N-A-N-A. Banana. Oh my god, now I'm second guessing myself. Google. Banana. Oh no, it's no, it's B-N-A-N-A. Fuck, where did the double N's come from? Banana dyslexia. B-N-A-N-A. Banana. Yeah.
Now, finally. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you all again next week and tomorrow with the RP. Until then, good night.